Good afternoon. Welcome to Green River, Wyoming, as we await the start of two games today. Girls, boys, back-to-back. Girls set to tap at about 2 o'clock, and we'll have the boys immediately following at 3:30. Good to have you along with us on Jackson Hole Radio. For Jackson Hole Radio, I'm Jake Nichols alongside Kimmy Kay. We left Liam and Xander back in the 02. They did not join us today. The action brought to you by Young Life. Young Life Jackson Hole, where they're all about teenagers. Also, Jackson Lumber, Jackson's original board store. The McPeak Group, Jackson Hole premier real estate team at Sotheby's Realty. The Town Square Inns of Jackson Hole, including the Antler Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, 49er Inn and Suites, and the Elk Country Inn. Now seems like we were just on the air, because I guess we were.
Oh, yeah, we were. Thanks. Did you leave that off on purpose?
No, I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, if you missed the games last night, wow.
That was a good game.
Pretty good game. Star Valley are arch rivals in town in Jackson, and yeah, that was a fun basketball game for the boys. Anyway, the girls got beat. Jackson girls got beat. The boys victorious. They watched a 25-point lead, 30-point lead slip away to almost nothing, and yeah, it was a little too exciting.
Yeah, at least 25. I remember when it was 50-25.
I'm double checking this YouTube feed. I'm not real excited about some of the numbers on our YouTube, but all right. Yeah, that works. Yeah, we should have fast internet speed down here. Anytime you get out of Jackson, all of a sudden the internet speed goes zooming up and the price of real estate zooming down. That's how it works. The girls try to, just get better every week or every time they play. And they had 7 points last night. Boy, for a while there, I thought they were going to get stuck at 5 for the 4th time this season. But the girls come up on the wrong end of that game against the Star Valley Lady Braves, who are really coming on. The girls head into this game against Green River with a record of 0-9, 0-1 now in conference as we begin conference play. This will be another conference game tonight. Ranked nearly dead last in every statistical category. Not quite last out of the 16 teams in 4A. They're actually ranked 15. But last in offense, last in shooting from anywhere on the court, and yeah, just tough. I got a noise gate on my mic that's set a little too high. It's bothering me. Can you?
I could hear something.
I'm going to try to fix that in commercial break. Yeah, the girls now at 26 straight losses, if I have that right, and that's a lot. And they start to wear on you. 49-7 was the final last night. Should be a little bit easier go of it as far as an opponent in Green River. These Green River girls also not playing great basketball. They're 3-7 on the season under head coach Rick Carroll. 1-0 in conference, though. They did win last night against the Evanston Lady Red Devils. They're ranked number 11. Where Jackson is ranked number 15. So these two teams a little bit closer matchup, and should be a little bit more competitive contest for our Lady Bronx. We'll be right back. Let's take a commercial pause. I'll try to fix that mic that's driving me crazy. You're enjoying the Bronx pregame show. We got girls and boys lined up for you, and we'll head to our first commercial break. Thanks for joining us on KZ95.live, live streaming to the world, or if you're at home driving or at work, we're at 95.3 FM, of course, and then you can always see the video product at YouTube. Just go to the channel Jackson Hole Radio. We'll see you on YouTube. Back after these words.
Goes to the red part of the section. He throws it, and he caught it, and he throws it again. He dribbles around the guy. He shoots, puts it up, and boom goes the dynamite. And the white team almost loses the ball, but then they don't. So crisis averted for the white team. Black team has it. The white team is not playing people down like they did before. Oh, it looks like they're lining up to do something. And shoots, and boom goes the dynamite. Oh, he's gonna get more than one shot. Oh, shooting again. And the dynamite does not go boom that time.
Play-by-play is hard. So is Jackson Hole Real Estate. Get a pro. McPeak Group proudly supporting the Bronx on their march toward a state championship.
Hey, I'm Allie Lane from Jackson Hole Young Life. Do you remember what it's like to be a teenager? It can be really tough trying to navigate sports, academics, relationships with family and friends, not to mention the added stress of social media, phones, and screen time. Young Life believes that every teen deserves to know that they are loved and their story matters. Young Life leaders enter the world of teens, focusing on what matters to them: fun, adventure, friendship, and a sense of significance. If you love teenagers as much as we do, there's more info at our website, jacksonhole.younglife.org, to learn more.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
Back to the pregame show as we await the start of the girls' game. We should be hitting 2 o'clock start pretty easily. What does the clock say? We're about 5 minutes away from game time?
Yeah, about 5.5. My watch says 1:54. So
sounds about right. Got some bad news to pass along for the Lady Bronx. We will not see for the rest of the season Sharon Morales-Lopez. She had been averaging 1.7 points a game, 3.2 rebounds a game. One of the few players on this team that actually has some experience playing basketball, but she's moved back to Texas and away from the Jackson Hole area. So that's a loss. And also injury-wise, Lucy Webb was a game-time decision, and I understand she will not be able to go.
I don't know. She's out there.
Oh,
Her
well,
hand
wait
is
a minute.
taped and she's warming up. So maybe she might. I don't know if she'll be playing the whole game.
Lucy Webb is what's known as an upper body injury. As they say in sports, they don't want to disclose anything. She's got a jammed finger that might even be broken. Happened in last night's game, and that's tough when you get a finger injury in basketball. That's really difficult to make those things work. It just gets tougher for Coach Sean Shockley, who's got some walking wounded. He's also got a very young team, obviously, and just trying to get through the season, creating a love for basketball in some of these underclassmen, and hopefully get them better and better. And then by next year and the following year, the payoff will be down the road. But I see it coming. I see improvement with each game.
I'd say I was proud of him.
We talked to Coach Sean Shockley regarding this Green River basketball team, what he thought about coming here. And a lot of what he had to say concerns the trip. It's tough to get on the bus early after a game last night, spend 3.5 hours on the bus, and then play here for an early game. And then just have the girls ready to play Green River coming off a win. Here's what Shockley had to say about these Green River Lady Wolves.
It is, and the hardest part that nobody realizes, Jake, is, we have a freshman tournament as well. Right now, today we have 3 games to play with all 3 levels. We only have 15 girls eligible to play. I mean, we have injury, we have, teeny bit of sickness. And we have 15 girls that can play today, 16 tomorrow. And, we had to cancel the JV game for tomorrow. We're sending 8 girls to play a varsity game and 8 girls to go play in a freshman tournament. And that's where we're at. I mean, we had young lady leave us this week. She's heading back home with her family to Texas. And, it's just, if basketball's not enough, we're always facing something.
It's always something. And when you got a team, your varsity team is loaded mainly with freshmen and sophomores. Who's left to play on the freshman team or the JV team? Not much, man. I think they only have the one senior, Naomi Roper, and she's carried this team on many a night. Let's let the girls introduce themselves as we get closer and closer here to game time. Actually, we'll take one more quick break, and we'll be right back with the opening lineups brought to you by our friends at Young Life. First, this from Town Square Inns.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
All right, just a couple of minutes away from tap time as the Lady Bronx and the Lady Wolves get set to do battle here in Green River, Wyoming, and we'll let the girls introduce themselves in the Young Life starting lineups.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Chamberlain, a freshman. Hi, I'm Naomi Roper, and I'm a senior. My name is Gianluca Garcia, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Zoe Bosch, and I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Allison Bergstrom, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Marlo Strickland, freshman.
Hi, my name is Sofia Vasquez-Baez, and I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Lucy Webb, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Sierra Johnson, and I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Raina Rose, and I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Mads Holland, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Hayden Block, and I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Trinity Green, and I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Kat Anke, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Holly Ramon, and I'm a freshman.
Starting lineups brought to you by Young Life. Young Life accepting teens for who they are, no strings attached. And we bring you courtside to get the actual starting five as the lineups are being introduced. Actually, first we'll have the playing of our national anthem. All right, set to go as The girls, the Lady Broncs will be introduced first. They're in their home, they're visiting grays, trimmed in orange and black. Green River in their home whites, trimmed in green and black. Naomi Roper gets the start, averaging about a point a game, 2.8 rebounds per game. Zoe Bosch averaging 3 points a game to lead all scorers for these Lady Broncs. She's a freshman. Sierra Johnson, another freshman. Brianna Rhodes, a junior. And Mads Holland, that's your starting five for the Jackson Lady Broncs. The lights go down and we'll get the starting lineup.
5'7" junior, number 0, Brianna Strauss.
For the Green River Lady Wolves.
Brianna Strauss, I remember that name.
Yeah, the Strauss girls been playing basketball a little while. Brianna Strauss, the junior, averaging 7.5 points a game.
She's a senior, 5'4", 12.
Joined by Jayla Braden, the junior, 5'7" junior. She's the leading scorer on this team, averaging more than 10 points a game. Eliza Burgess, the senior, also in for the start. Ella Stanton, the junior, at 5'9". She's the girl with length you'll see down in the paint. And Addison Demaret, averaging 4.5 points a game and about 6 rebounds per game. Team is coached by Rick Carroll. The girls come in at 3-7. Green River does, and the Jackson Lady Broncs at 0-9. We get ready to tap, and it'll be Sierra Johnson with Ella Stanton. And the tap won by the Green River Lady Wolves. They'll start with possession. As they move the ball around the perimeter, Eliza Burgess works it here near side on the corner. Burgess will launch one. Sorry, that's Jayla Braden, and a 3 right off the bat from Jayla Braden to make it 3-0 Green River.
Ooh.
Pass goes off the hands of Sierra Johnson out of bounds, so the first turnover of the game comes pretty quickly here as Jayla Braden triggers in for Green River, finds an open player. The paint now back to Jayla Braden. She'll try a 3 again, this time short, no good. And the rebound, Elijah Burgess. But Eliza was, what did she do wrong?
She traveled, turned the ball over.
All right then. Jackson with the ball, down 3-0. Naomi Roper coming up the right side. Nobody in front of her, so she'll take it herself. The lay-in, though, won't go. And Green River coming back the other way. Braden works it ahead to Brianna Strauss. Strauss runs into trouble, kicks it back outside. A long one from Demaret. Good. And then 2 threes off the bat for Green River. And it's 6-0. Well, they're just shooting from range, aren't they? Hey, that's something they do. I didn't mention that in the pregame, but the Lady Wolves do love to fire from distance and do it fairly successfully. Shooting percentage-wise, about 27% from beyond the arc. That's not bad. And they love to take their threes. 6-0 lead for Green River. Jackson basketball. Rihanna Rhodes kicks it over to Mads Hollins. Thinks about a 3. Now she'll take it. And just short with it. No good. Rebound, Jayla Braden.
Our girls just got to keep on shooting. They're going to fall in eventually.
Yeah, don't quit shooting. Brianna Strauss goes cross court to Burgess. Now back to Braden. Now to Brianna Strauss to Braden. Top of the key. Jayla will try again. And bang, she has got 2 threes already. She's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. And that's all Green River is thrown right now is shots from way downtown. Naomi Roper will pull up, wait for her mates. Roper dribbling around here, top of the key, watched by Braden. Works it near elbow to Mads Holland. She's got a cutter. Rihanna Rhodes saw it nicely. Good pass to Rihanna, who battles trying to get around her mark. Eliza Burgess, and the shot won't go, but a good idea. Holland saw Rhodes cutting and hit her with a nice pass. Rihanna just couldn't finish. Long 3, and it's Addison Demaret. And I can't remember the last time I've seen a game start with nothing but threes for Green River so far. Here's a little pressure now. Jackson responds well, but then the pass to Roper too high and over her hands. Zoe Bosch identified Roper as the open player, but the pass just too strong. Timeout as Sean Shockley wants to talk about maybe guarding the perimeter a little closer because, boy, these Lady Wolves have put up 4 threes. Is my math correct? 12 points is 4 threes. Yes.
4 threes.
I think I got it right.
And I'm pretty sure they're 100% right now.
They missed one. Actually.
Oh, they did.
They missed one three, but boy, they have been red hot to start this one. 12-0 run here for Green River, and they've done it all from distance, long-range shooting, and that might be one of Sean Shockley has kind of made it a habit to call an early timeout in just about every game so he can go over some teaching moments and try to settle the girls. You know, especially when you're on a visiting court, you got emotions running high, just wants to settle things down. Eliza Burgess, top of the key to Braden. Braden works at near side. Strauss back to Braden. I would keep a close eye on Jayla Braden. There's a long three, no good. Eliza Burgess. Rebound, Mads Holland tracks it down, but she's double-team trapped. She's in trouble. Gets a nice pass to Sierra Johnson. They beat the press. Naomi Roper, far side. An open Rihanna Rhodes, but that pass just too tall for her. Good ball movement. The girls are finding ways to beat this trap. They're finding an open player to pass to. Now they just got to get the passes on target.
Right. They got to get them there. And
same thing with the shots. You got to finish making shots, and you got to finish with the actual execution of the pass. Here's Brianna Strauss, and the junior nails another three, the 5th of the game for Green River, and nothing but threes has them up 15-0. Good job. Pass up to Rihanna Rhodes for Jackson. Rihanna will take it herself, but she's stripped of the ball by Jayla Braden. Braden's been active to start. The junior leads all Wolves scorers, and a nice steal there. Pass inside, back out to Braden. She's got an open look. Rihanna Rhodes came out as fast as she could. Shot and missed. Rebound, that won't go either by Addison Desmarais. And now it'll be Jackson Ball.
Yep.
Out of bounds, I believe. No, they're going to say Green River ball.
What? All right. Sorry.
Strauss will, or Jayla Braden will inbounds. 15-0 in the early going, just underway here. And the Green River Wolves been hitting nothing but threes. That shot won't go for Eliza Burgess, the senior, but she's fouled on the way there. It'll be Naomi Roper with her first, team first, and game first foul. It'll send Burgess to the line. The senior is a 73% free throw shooter.
Made that one.
And she gets the first, true to the statistics. Substitutions for the Wolves. Madison Moffitt in the game now, along with a number 4, and I don't have a name for her. They got a huge roster, and I thought I had them all. And the second shot is made as well. 17-0 run here for Green River. We'll probably see a lot of some of the underclassmen for the Wolves, so I better get ready with that. Sierra Johnson with the ball now as the Wolves are pressing. That pass knocked away out of bounds by Jayla Braden, but it'll retain possession. Jackson will. Inbounds Zoe Bosch underneath her own basket. Trying to find somebody open. Does. It's Mads Holland. Gets it to Rihanna Rhodes. Rhodes will dribble across the timeline, but wait a minute. Got a reach-in foul on Green River. On Isabel Vasco. Jackson Ball trailing 17-0 with 4 minutes to play here in the first. Sierra Johnson working it inside, and that pass, nobody was ready for it. Sorry, that pass from Zoe Bosch intended for Sierra Johnson, but she was trying to set a pick. She was not looking for that pass, and it went out of bounds. So Wolves ball. Lady Wolves bring it up. Jayla Braden, near side here to Isabel Vasco. Far side now into The mysterious number four out to Vasco, the senior, drives, and she took steps before she dribbled, and she'll get caught for travel there. 3:36 to go, 17-0 Green River. They are off and running here at home, trying for their second conference win in as many days. Loose ball now, and it's Zoe Bosch on the floor with Jayla Braden, and they're going to jump this. Possession arrow favors Green River. Checking in for the game, Allison Burcham, the sophomore, along with Harley Rommel, the freshman for the Jackson Lady Broncs, replacing Naomi Roper and Mads Holland. Here's the inbounds pass for Green River. Kicked out to an open Isabel Vasco. She'll try a three. Rebound. Too strong. Rebound. Jayla Braden. She's tied up with Burcham, who wrests the ball from her grip. They'll jump this. And it'll be Jackson ball. Here's Burcham, double team trap, but gets it back nicely to Bosch. Bosch up ahead to Rihanna Rhodes. Jackson doing a good job breaking pressure. Rhodes kicks it to a wide open Bosch. She'll try a three, can't get it to go. Rebound Jackson though. Harley Rommel's on it, gets it to Sierra Johnson. Her shot no good. And Jackson cold shooting, as hot as Green River is. Isabel Vasco ran into trouble, gets the ball to Ella Stanton. Her left-handed layer won't go. Jackson rebound. Oh, and a pass out of bounds. I'm not sure who that was intended for. I think trying to get the ball to Bosch was Rommel, but that pass never got there, and it went off a hand of Green River. So that's why Jackson will keep possession here. They trail 17-0 with 2:50 to go in the first. Zoe Bosch looking for somebody open. That pass almost intercepted. Now it hits the scorer's table out of bounds. It'll be Wolves' ball. That was tough. Bosch just couldn't find anybody to throw to. Tried to heave it all the way cross court. Dangerous pass. If it wasn't intercepted by Green River, it was going to go out of bounds. Two outcomes, and neither of them good.
That's true. Yeah, Green River ball.
Brianna Strauss with the ball, works it around the perimeter. Near side to Vasco now. Over to backdoor pass. Nice one, and the shot won't go for Strauss. In and out and out of bounds. So good defense there by the Lady Broncs. Not giving an easy look to Green River. Bosch will inbounds, and again, full court pressure. They are seeing heat almost every night. Star Valley didn't press last night, but for the most part, most teams know that pass intended for Rhodes is picked off by Isabel Vasco, and she got run into there. Her and Bosch collided. It's going to be Zoe picking up the foul here. Her first, team second.
Zoe Bosch, her first, second team foul.
Inbounds coming from Demaret. Addison looks over, surveys the floor, and finds an open Brianna Strauss. Strauss far side to Madison Moffitt. Her shot rolls around the rim. No good. Rebound Zoe Bosch. Bosch triple team, but gets it out of there to Rommel. Harley Rommel far side will dribble up against Brianna Strauss. Rommel still the ball into the paint, and now loses the handle. Almost did it herself there, but just lost the possession right at the end. Addison Demaret runs into trouble. Ball on the floor, picked up by Mads Hollins, who's back in the game. Holland will get a jump ball there. She was tangled up with Madison Moffitt, the junior, and the arrow will flip again to Jackson's side, but not before Green River has possession here now. More substitutions for Rick Carroll's Wolves. Ball inbounds here by Demaret. Finds an open Eliza Burgess, who hands off to Jayla Braden. She was red hot to start. $1:47 to go here in the opening frame. Nice turnaround, strong post move there by Addison Demaret, but she can't get the shot to go. Rebound Jackson. It's Burcham who gives to Bosch. Far side to Harley Rommel. Rommel again dribbles now, top of the key to Bosch. She barks out a play and then looks over the floor. Bounce pass to Burcham. Allison Burcham. Move into the paint, pulls up her dribble, gives it to Rihanna Rhodes, who helps out. Rhodes off somebody's foot, and they're going to say her own. Oh, out of bounds. She had Jayla Braden on her. That's going to be a tough ask. Rhodes on Braden. Is Jayla Braden pretty good baller. And Timeout out on the floor, and we'll go as well. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
17-0 run by these home team Green River Wolves, and they did it all with threes. My goodness.
Yeah.
Before the Jackson girls could even shake off the bus ride nap that they took on the way here, it was raining threes on them. They got ambushed. But things settled down in these final few minutes of the first quarter, and maybe we can get to basketball now that you've had things settle a little. Jayla Braden misses that layup. Jackson rebound. Burcham gives it to Rommel, but she loses the handle. Here comes Jayla Braden again, and that's up and in. And Braden leads all scorers for Green River. She's pretty good. $19-0 now, Green River Wolves. Long shot from Moffitt, and they're right back. That's Addison Demarette. And she hits from three to make it 22-0 now in the final seconds of the first quarter. Another jump ball. Jackson will retain possession. Harley Rommel was tied up with Brianna Strauss. Jackson ball. Rommel will inbounds. Finds Mads Holland, goes cross court, dangerous pass, but it works. Allison Burcham with the ball now. She bumps heavy with Jayla Braden. Now a double team. She is swarmed, and somebody, I believe, reached in, is going to commit a foul. That might have been Strauss. No, it's going to be Jayla Braden. That's her first, team second. Boy, any chance Green River gets to apply some pressure, trap somebody, they do. Fierce defense here from these Wolves. Naomi Roper, top of the key, being watched by Eliza Burgess. Lost the handle, stolen away. Here comes Jayla Braden. Roper gets back, though. Good hustle to deny any kind of easy layup. Shot and miss there. Rebound, turn, put up. Demarette's got it. Now that'll do it for the first. Pretty close here, 3 seconds, 2, and time is run out. So after the first 8 minutes of play, Green River has just come out of the gates firing 24-0 over these Jackson Lady Bronx. We'll be right back with the second quarter. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on KZ95 and Jackson Hole Radio.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Back to the action here in Green River, where it has been all Wolves all the time. They did it mainly with threes. This team's come out shooting red hot. I mean, you couldn't work up a worse nightmare scenario if you're head coach Sean Shockley to come in here and just see these Wolves shoot it like they have. They've been lights out for the first quarter. 24-0 after 1 as we start the second quarter. Green River with the basketball. It's Brianna Strauss inside. Nice spin move there by Addison Demarette. Can't get the shot to go. Gets her own rebound. That try won't go either. And now they're coming the other way with Jackson is Zoe Bosch. She's pickpocketed from behind by Ella Stanton. And here comes Jayla Braden for the Wolves. Braden goes far side. Baseline drive there by Vasco, no good. And the rebound, Jackson. Mads Holland's hard on the boards. One thing Mads does is work the glass pretty well. Brianna Rhodes hands off to Holland, who gives it to Zoe Bosch. She settles things down here at the top of the key. Bosch looking inside. I think she wanted Roper, but that ball is tipped by Jayla Braden. Now loose on the floor, and Green River is going to come up with it. Got scrambly there, but it's Ella Stanton with the ball now for Green River. Far side, Demeret. She'll try a 3, too short. Right to Roper with a rebound. Naomi has it. And the guard will settle things down across the timeline. Jackson trailed 24-0 as we just underway here in the second. Rihanna Rhodes here at the near angle. Rhodes dribbles around, gives it to Mads Holland. Thought about a baseline 3. Now tries a drive. She'll back her opponent to the rack and now turn and shoot. No.
Come on,
somebody help Mads.
Oh, man.
Bounce pass. Oh, she wanted Zoe Bosch, but that got picked off. And here comes Ella Stanton, wide open underneath for Madison Moffitt. The junior lays it up and in, and that was easy. Good job finding the backdoor cutter there by Green River, and points off transition also an issue as Jackson turning the ball over. Zoe Bosch brings it up for these Lady Bronx. Naomi Roper tries a long 3.
Rebound.
That fails to draw iron, but on the backside is Sierra Johnson with the rebound. Rhodes works it into Mads Holland. She's double teamed. She'll try it anyway and can't get it to go. Rebound for Isabel Vasco. Vasco will bring it up herself. Pulls up. Now finds Jayla Braden. She'll try a step back 3 off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound Rhodes for Jackson Rihanna. Working on Isabel Vasco. Stolen away by Vasco. She's got 2 Bronx to beat. She'll try it. No good, but she'll draw the foul. It's Bosch on the floor, and I think Zoe's going to pick up her second. It is Bosch, her second, team third. And it'll send to the line Isabel Vasco. We don't have numbers on her from the charity stripe. This might be her first trip of the year, and she's got that one. 27-0. Green River substitutions. We get our first look at, Allison Burcham is in. She's been in before. She'll replace Mads Holland for Jackson. Second shot coming from Vasco, and she can't get that one to go. Nice rebound there by Sierra Johnson as she goes skyward to pull it down. Rihanna Rhodes. Green River backing off the pressure just a little bit as Rihanna comes up. Now poked away by Isabel Vasco out of bounds. Zoe Bosch will inbounds on the far side. Bosch needs somebody open. It's going to be Rihanna Rhodes. Bounce pass to her. Rihanna works it down the right lane and now gives it to Harley Rommel. She'll try a 3 from the elbow, and that's no good. Rebound off the hands of Sierra Johnson, out of bounds. It'll be Green River ball. Green River up 27-0 here. 5:18 to go in the half. Green River won last night for their first conference win. Jackson lost their first conference contest last night, so Green River trying to stay hot. That 3 no good by Isabel Vasco. Rebound, and Bosch racing for it with Brianna Strauss, and it's off the hands of Strauss or Jackson ball. Zoe Bosch brings it up across the timeline, surveys things. Green River in a man-to-man defense. Bounce pass inside, looking for Harley Rommel, but the ball never got there. But a whistle and a foul on the Lady Wolves. That's on Brianna Strauss, her first, team third. Bosch inbounds pass goes off the hands of Sierra Johnson with a steal. The other way is Vasco, who puts it up and in. Isabel Vasco, the senior, averaging 5.5 points a game, and she was off to the races there with that steal. Points off transition as Green River has been feasting on Jackson turnovers. Long 3 from Zoe Bosch, and that fails to draw iron out of bounds. Had a nice idea, good look, she was open, couldn't get it to go. McKinley Kilpack comes in for Green River, seeing her first action, averaging just under 3 points a game. Inbounds pass coming from Brianna Strauss. Gets it back from Vasco, and here comes Brianna across the line. Nice casual pace to Kilpack. Kilpack with Zoe Bosch on her, dribbles around and then works at top of the key. Vasco, she'll try a drive. Kick out to Strauss. Brienne is just short with it. Rebound. And the putback no good by Ella Stanton on the backside, but she gets fouled, and she'll go to the line. Foul is on Burcham, her first, team fourth. It sends to the line Ella Stanton, 57% free throw shooter. These girls pretty good from the charity stripe as a team, all of them. Well over 50%, and some of them 65, 73%. They're good free throw shooters.
I was watching when we first got here. They were making almost every single one they threw up.
That's, it's sometimes the coaches can take credit for that. It's a big part of the game. Coaches stress it. As I must have jinxed her because
she missed both.
She missed both of them. And Rihanna Rhodes with the ball now for Jackson. Picks up her dribble. Pushes off, trying to get some room. It's good to see Rihanna get physical. She's not a big girl, and she kind of leaned into Isabel Vasco and said, give me a little room here. Naomi Roper with the ball now. She drives the lane. She's picked up by a double team. Tries a left-handed layer. No good. Rebound the other way now. It's Ella Stanton. She'll go coast to coast, put it up and in. My goodness. Ella Stanton, and that was not exactly uncontested. She had two Bronx all over and still made the left-handed layer. 3:25 to go in the half. 31-0. Green River. Zoe Bosch working on Strauss, and Brianna's going to pick up her second in a hurry. Team fourth. We'll see if Rick Carroll wants to go rescue her. He will. Well, actually, he's going to trade out Vasco for Jayla Braden, who checks back in. The 5'7" junior. Braden has had a good start to this one. Here's Rihanna Rhodes. Finds an open Mads Holland. Holland dribbles. Got a little bit of a pick from Rhodes. Tries a shot. Too short. Rebound. Green River. Ella Stanton works it up ahead to Strauss. Brianna Strauss. She'll wait and hand it back to Braden. Now into Stanton. Or Burgess, rather. Far side, it's Kilpack. Kilpack works it inside to number 4, who's up and in. We got to find out who that is. At a timeout, Jackson, as that shot was converted by the mysterious 4. 33-0. And Jackson will grab a timeout. We'll stay here as Sean Shockley talking to the troops, trying to explain some stuff. You know, when coaches on a timeout, a lot of times it's a strategy timeout or it's a stop momentum timeout. Most of Coach Shockley's timeouts are simply to teach, continue to teach the game and, try to help these girls, show them what's happening in real time and game time. And I'm glad he called. If I'm Coach Shockley, I use every timeout I got every game to just stop the game and say, just like it was practice, just stop the game and say, okay, here's what happened. Here's what you did wrong. Here's what you did right. Here's what you should do next time.
Yeah.
Every time, just keep calling them.
Teachable moments and encouragement.
Zoe Bosch with the ball now for Jackson, still looking for their first points here as the second quarter is down to 2:40. Rihanna Rhodes puts one up and in on the backside. They're going to let her have it? They do, and Jackson's on the board. Rihanna Rhodes, she'll try an and 3 as she goes to the line. Rhodes, a 25% free throw shooter. Trying to make it 3, can't do it. And the rebound goes to Ella Stanton for Green River. Stanton brings it up, works it up ahead to Madison Moffitt. Back to Stanton now around the horn. There's Jayla Braden, rattles in and out. She hit her first 3, I think, and that has gone cold. Jackson with the ball now. Rihanna Rhodes over the line. She's being watched by McKinley Kilpack. Rhodes gives it off to Sierra Johnson. Johnson dribbles into the baseline, tries a shot over the back door. That's going to be a foul.
Oh, yep.
Good defense by McKinley Kilpack, but she reached over the back. Or is it Demaret? Yeah, it's not Addison Demaret. Couldn't see whether it was 20 or 30. To the line is Johnson, a 25% free throw shooter, just like Bosch. Her first one, just short. It took a while, but the Bronx finally got on the board with a Rihanna Rhodes lay-in and trying to add to it, and they do. That shot will go in, and it's 33-3, 30-point lead for the Wolves with 2 minutes to go in the half. Jayla Braden with the ball top of the key. Works it to Moffitt, or Demarette rather. Now inside to Kilpack. Back out to Demarette to Jayla Braden. She'll try a long three. That's in and out, no good. Kilpack with the rebound and in. That was a good-looking board and bucket there from McKinley Kilpack, who has not got a lot of playing time this season up until the last couple of games. And I think last night against Evanston was her first action of the season. She looks pretty good. Zoe Bosch looking to pass to Rhodes, but she got hacked as she released that pass and draws the foul. It's on Jayla Braden, her second or third. That might be her. That's her second. To the line, Bosch. Zoe eyes it, and she's off the front of the iron. No good. I guess they're going to say she was in the act of shooting there. I thought she was passing, but she'll get two.
We're in bonus.
Already? Oh, wow. Yeah, we are. 7.
But that would still have to be a shooting shot because she's getting to shoot 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that foul was a shooting one.
Zoe Bosch, the shot is good, and Bosch makes it 35-4.
We will see Lucy Webb.
Lucy Webb checks in, number 21. It's her left hand is the finger issue, and I believe she's a right-handed shooter. I would hope so.
Yeah.
Good for Lucy to tough it out.
I got to tell you, I looked at that. It looks painful.
Mm-hmm. I can't imagine a finger injury. Here's a long three. Good from Madison Moffitt, the junior who averages 6 points a game, strikes from distance to make it 38-4. So just when Jackson gets something going, Green River has an answer. Far side, Mads Holland works it to Harley Rommel. She'll try a baseline shot. No good. Rebound, Green River coming the other way. It's the Wolves. Ella Stanton hands off, long three, top of the key, no good. That was Kilpack who missed the shot. Rebound up and in. It's Ella Stanton, the 5'9 junior. She's a lot to handle in the paint. 5'9 is big when you don't have anybody that big on the Jackson side. There's no Lady Bronx who can deal with 5'9, I don't think.
I know. I'm looking at the girl that should be out there right next to me to the right.
Except for one who's out for the season, yeah.
I was thinking a few minutes ago, just looking over at her. Oh, I wish she was out there this year.
Back in for the Lady Bronx, Allison Burcham.
22.5 seconds to go in the half. Burcham picked up a foul there. It's Green River ball across the line. With it is Vasco. Hands off to Kilpack, or to Demarette. Vasco gets it back and bang. Oh, my.
Wow.
Isabel Vasco, and there's really everybody in the Green River team has gotten involved in the scoring. 43-4, long three there off the mark by Rommel, and that's how the half will end. After one half of play, it's Green River 43, Jackson 4. We'll be right back with a halftime show. Some statistics. I hope, Kimmy, you were keeping those for us.
Oh, yeah. I have a way of possibly getting them. Hold on.
We'll be right back. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
He runs across, goes to the red part of the section. He throws it, and he caught it, and he throws it again. He dribbles around the guy. He shoots, puts it up, and boom goes the dynamite. And the white team almost loses the ball, but then they don't. So crisis averted for the white team. Black team has it. White team is not playing people down like they did before. Oh, it looks like they're lining up to do something. And shoots, and boom goes the dynamite. Oh, he's gonna get more than one shot. Oh, shooting again. And the dynamite does not go boom that time.
Play-by-play is hard. So is Jackson Hole Real Estate. Get a pro. McPeak Group proudly supporting the Bronx on their march toward a state championship.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
McPeak Group, with more than 5 decades combined experience in the Valley. The McPeak Group at Jackson Hole Sotheby's International Realty has been helping buyers and sellers across the spectrum of the region with real estate knowledge and expertise. Yeah, it's a crazy real estate game out there. I would want to make sure I got somebody pro like McPeak Group taking care of me. What are you looking up over there?
I took a picture of the scorebook.
Of the scorebook. Oh,
got some stats.
That's
Very little, but I got some stats.
Good
if
thinking.
I can read them.
Real good thing. Well, we know Rihanna Rhodes has 2. She had the only bucket from the field, right?
Yep. So
okay.
She's got 2. Johnson's got a free throw, and so does Bosch.
All right. Sierra Johnson and Zoe Bosch both converted on their free throws, and then Rihanna Rhodes with the only successful shot from the field. And what do we got on the Green River end of things? Jayla Braden was smoking hot early with a 3-ball, and then really everybody has been scoring.
I was going to say, Jayla Braden has 3 + 3, 6, 7. She's only got 8 points.
Okay.
Addison, was it Demeret?
Addison Demeret, yeah.
Demeret, she has 11.
Okay, leading all scorers for that side, I believe.
Yeah. They like shared a lot. Burgess has 2. Strauss has 3.
Yeah.
Murray has 2. Stanton has 4. Kilpack.
Yeah.
McKinley.
Kilpack has 4.
No, she has 2.
Okay.
2. Vasco has 5. Moffitt has 5. That looks like that's it.
Yeah, they really spread that scoring around. So for you folks at home watching on our Jackson Hole Radio YouTube channel, we'll treat you to kind of the backwards look. We're behind them, but it's the Green River cheer team state competition coming up in Casper. Enjoy. Now, the all-time matchup between these two teams, girls teams, Lady Bronx and Lady Wolves, favors Green River pretty heavily. The last 17 meetings between these two teams, Jackson's won just 4 of those, and you got to go back to 2018 to find the last time the girls were able to beat the Green River Wolves. Once again, Green River coming off an exciting win last night, 45-40 in Evanston against the Red Devils for their first conference win of the season, just their 3rd win overall, as they are 3-7, 1-0, however, in conference. And they are beating up on our Lady Bronx this afternoon. Both teams coming off games last night, so both playing back-to-back games, although Jackson has the travel, which is a 3.5-hour drive. They all had to be on the bus at 7 this morning. That's tough. That takes a little bit out of you.
It's hard to sleep on a bus, too. So
yeah, about as hard as sleep on a bus as an airplane, I would imagine.
I mean, I can do it sometimes, but it's not a good sleep.
We wish our Jackson Lady Bronx dance team the best of luck as state competition is underway here in a few days. It's in Casper, is it?
Next week? Yeah,
okay,
next week,
in
during the week, yep.
And I know the Star Valley Cadets will be headed there, and I'll bet these girls that we just saw, Green River, also heading there. We're halftime of the girls' game where things not quite going Jackson's way. They were flat out ambushed. I don't care if you have a good girls team and you come to Green River, and if the Wolves shoot like that in the first quarter, what are you going to do?
Like boom, boom, boom. And all threes,
Everything they put up, it was all from beyond the arc. It all went in.
And that's what you just want to see on our end, of just a few of those shots they take with this drop.
I think that was, the first time out that Sean Shockley called, it was like 12-0, and I'm sure one of the first things he says, well, look, it's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's them. He's probably saying it doesn't matter how well you play or how bad you play coming out. Green River was just on another level, hitting everything, and you just got to kind of wait for that to calm down, and it did.
Yeah, if you remember, their first 5 shots, 4 of them went in, and there were 3. So,
it does. You come off the bus, and the first thing that happens is, the Lady Wolves start making it rain in here, and you got to feel like, what do we got to do to be competitive if you're a Lady Bronx? But there's really nothing you can do about that. That's just one of those deals where they always play good in this gym. They have the sight lines. It's their home, and they came out on fire. And I don't think anybody, I think even the Cody Phillies, if they were here coming in,
I think that would have probably shocked.
Cody would have said, holy cow, what's gotten into these Lady Wolves? My goodness. They sure came out hot, and really not much you can do about it. We're just a few minutes away from getting the second half started. Boys will be following. And for our Jackson boys, things going a little better. They had a fun, exciting win last night over their arch rival Star Valley Braves. That was an important win, not only a conference win, but I think it showed some people around the state, maybe you got the rankings a little wrong.
Because Star Valley was ahead of us.
They had Star Valley ranked 4th. They had us ranked 5th, and so hold on a minute. That might flip-flop as the week progresses. We'll see what YO Preps does with the rankings. That was a fun win. Jackson would love to keep it rolling here with a win over the Green River Wolves, who are not the same Green River boys that we're used to seeing. They graduated a ton of kids, including who we want to call Dylan Taylor, I think.
That sounds right. Yeah,
I think it sounds right.
I know I saw one in here. But I got to tell you, if I remember after our game last year in Jackson, Coach Ivy said, I'm a little worried. So
and she was saying that when she was looking at our boys who were then
boys team.
She was talking about our sophomores, Keelan, Hannah at the time, and saying, wow, you guys are going to be good for the next couple of years.
Like we're going to be a little worried here in a year or two, and I think she's probably worried a little bit today, to be honest.
I think Lori Ivy's worries are going to come to light here later today, but we'll see. She'll have her boys ready to play. Green River, they have graduated a ton of real star players, but they've got a few weapons. They're not going to go quietly here at home. We'll see.
No, and they're going to be defending. They've been good the last few years, so they're going to be working hard.
Almost ready to go. We'll take one more quick break. We'll come back to start the second half here of the girls' game, Lady Bronx and the Lady Wolves. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on KZ95 and the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
At High Country Linens Paper and Cleaning Supply Outlet, we've got
the basketball to start the second half. It's Naomi Roper with the ball. And number 4 is Eva Murray. Okay, good to know. I'll try to remember that. Rihanna Rhodes with the ball now for Jackson. They trail big, but trying to at least start piecing together a comeback. Sierra Johnson working on Strauss. Kicks it back out to Roper. Naomi Roper waiting. Now starts her dribble. Works her way in between the circles here, way out high, and gives to Mads Holland, far wing. Holland bounce pass to Zoe Bosch in the corner, watched by Jayla Braid. Now to Roper. Good ball movement away from the ball, but the thing is, these Green River Wolves, they just stick right with you pretty close in their man defense.
It's like they're just waiting for an opportunity to snatch that ball
You're
away.
never open for very long, and when you are open, it feels like Green River is baiting you into passing. They're like letting you be open. That shot no good. Rebound, Green River, as they head the other way. It was Eliza Burgess with the rebound. That shot up and in. Was that Strauss? Yep. Brianna Strauss makes good, and Green River has their first points of the second half. 45-4. They lead it by 41. Zoe Bosch, pass inside, nice to Roper, who just can't finish. Good job by Naomi Roper to get open, and a beautiful float pass from Bosch, who is a pretty good disher on this team. She has good court vision. As Strauss fires a three, no good. Rebound, Eliza Burgess, that's up and in. The senior makes it 47-4. Zoe Bosch, undaunted, brings it up, takes a quick look at Coach Shockley, and Sean just says, I don't know, kid. Keep playing. Brianna Rhodes, her shot knocked down. Ella Stanton blocked it. And here comes Jayla Braden for Green River. Far side Strauss. Roper picks her up quickly around the horn. Nice pass inside to Demarette. Kicks it back out to an open Braden, who misses a shot. She hit her first three, I think, and then has gone a little quiet. Jackson with the ball. Just underway here in the third. Which reminds me to change the period on our video product. Pass intended for Jayla Braden. Jayla Braden almost got a hand on that. Goes out of bounds. Jackson will retain possession. Zoe Bosch will inbounds at her own baseline. Substitution, Allison Burcham. The sophomore will check in and replace Sierra Johnson. Sierra does not look happy.
No, I think she got punched in the face.
Did she get poked? Yeah, she got poked in the face. She looked pretty unhappy. A thin bench for Coach Shockley. There's not many girls down there. He's only got a couple three that he could sub in. He talked foul on Burgess of Green River. That'll send to the line Harley Rommel, who eyes this one and makes it.
Awesome.
Rommel will get the back end of the bonus after making the first. Deep knee bend, fires, no good. Rebound, Addison Demarette. Boy, I don't know how tall she is, but she just didn't even jump for that. Just reached up and grabbed that. Nice pass inside from Braden to Ella Stanton, but she missed the shot. Jackson rebound.
No, Jackson actually stole that ball.
Oh, Harley Rommel across the line. Harley works it far side to Burcham. Burcham's shot no good off the glass, and a rebound Stanton. Ella Stanton, the junior, comes the other way. She's triple teamed. She's going to try it anyhow, and that was ill-advised. She did run into Mads Holland, who gets up, shakes it off, but yeah, I don't know where Ella Stanton thought she was going, as she ran right into a triple team and did draw the foul, I believe. Did they call it on Holland?
No, 13.
It was a big collision. Oh, maybe they'll call the charge.
Burcham,
her second, picks up her second quickly here. Pass inside to Madison Moffitt. Now kicks it back out. It's Ella Stanton. Wide open. Vasco. Her three doesn't go. And a rebound in a pile there. Burcham comes down with it. And a whistle behind the play, and Shockley wants a timeout. So, with a score 47-5, a quick timeout here, and we'll go as well. You're enjoying Jackson Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio and KZ 95.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Grovemont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
Back to the action here in Green River. The Wolves leading this one comfortably, 47-5 over the Jackson Lady Bronx. After the timeout, Coach Shockley sends onto the floor Allison Burcham. Lucy Webb back out there with the injury to her finger, but she's going to tough it out. Harley Rommel, Mads Holland, and Zoe Bosch, who rarely comes off. She's got the ball now. Bosch works it far side to Lucy Webb into a wide open Rommel, but the shot won't go. Burcham with a rebound. Her putback is good. Allison Burcham with the backdoor board and bucket to make it 47-7. Vasco, far side to an open Moffitt. She tries a pass inside to Eva Murray, I believe is...
Or Ava.
Ava Murray? Okay.
EVA. Murray.
Jackson ball on the turnover out of bounds. It'll be Bosch. Zoe Bosch working on Isabel Vasco. Bosch floats one looking for Rommel, and that just a little bit over the head. I thought Rommel could have pulled that in, but it goes out of bounds. And a turnover. Vasco brings it up for Green River. 1:42 to go on the third. Vasco works it near side here to McKinley Kilpack. Kicks it back outside to Stanton. To Vasco. She'll try a drive into the lane. Up and in. Nice looking move there by Isabel Vasco, the senior. And the lead back to 42 for Green River. Zoe Bosch brings it up. Green River has backed off that pressure. Rick Carroll was really pressing these poor Lady Bronx early, and he's kind of called off the Wolves now. And that shot from Bosch, no good. Tried to get her own rebound, but Kilpack wrestled it away for her. Murray did, number 4. Vasco works it to inside. A shot from McKinley Kilpack, no good. Rebound, Mads Holland. Holland and Sierra Johnson good on the glass for Jackson. They're good rebounders. Pass inside to Holland. Her shot. Good, man. It's Holland up and over Kilpack, and she's given away a few inches there. Or up and over the top of Eva Murray. Sorry, Eva Murray is pretty tall.
Yeah.
A good shot by Mads Holland, who seems like she is out-heighted every game. There's a steal by Harley Rommel. Works it up ahead to Lucy Webb. Webb's going to wait for help. Bounce pass intended for Burcham, but that's picked off and intercepted by Vasco, who tracks it down. And another steal for Madison Moffitt, actually, with a steal. Kilpack works it far side. Now near side to Vasco. She'll try a 3. No good at the buzzer. And that's how the third quarter will end. With the score, Green River 49, Jackson 9. We'll be right back with the finish on the fourth quarter of this one. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
Hey, I'm Allie Lane from Jackson Hole Young Life. Do you remember what it's like to be a teenager? It can be really tough trying to navigate sports, academics, relationships with family and friends, not to mention the added stress of social media, phones, and screen time. Young Life believes that every teen deserves to know that they are loved and their story matters. Young Life leaders enter the world of teens, focusing on what matters to them: fun, adventure, friendship, and a sense of significance. If you love teenagers as much as we do, there's more info at our website, jacksonhole.younglife.org, to learn more.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
Young Life, all about adventure, friendship, connection, and a sense of significance. Young Life, Jackson Hole. As the buzzer sounds here to start the fourth, things not gone the visitors' way, but again, like we've been doing really all season, we're just finding little snippets of positives for these Lady Broncs who trail by 40. It's not easy to say a team getting beat 49-9 is showing improvement, but they really are.
They are.
Jayla Braden works the ball to inside. A shot no good with a rebound there. Eliza Burgess with the board and bucket, and it's 51-9 Green River. Zoe Bosch, I don't believe she has come out at all this afternoon. She's going to be one tired kiddo after playing last night and all game today. Rihanna Rhodes shot. No good. Good idea. Rihanna got the ball out of her hands quickly, which I like. No time for anyone to get there and block it, but she just did miss. Green River with it now.
It's the just miss that I wish we could be rewarded with. That's what bothers me.
I know it. Strauss with the ball, works it near side. Nice bounce pass inside by Burgess. Kicked right back out to Strauss. Good. Brianna Strauss, and that's a three, 54-9. And Coach Rick Carroll's got his starters in there again, or at least three of them. Bosch hands off to Holland on that far angle, and her pass for Rhodes fails to connect out of bounds. Turnover, Green River ball. It'll be Addison Demeret who will inbounds. And yeah, these are his starting 3 or 4. He does have Ayla Lindsay in there. With first look we've got of Lindsay.
It looks like on his bench he's got enough for at least 3 teams.
He's got
maybe 4. That's all I'm going to say compared to ours.
He could field 3 varsity teams where Sean Shockley's got 3 girls total sitting on his bench. Lindsay works it around the horn to Strauss. Back to Lindsay. Now near side elbow to Eliza Burgess. Goes cross court to Strauss. Quickly to Jayla Braden. To Strauss. Strauss, cross court, kick out. Lindsay will try from 3, rattles in and out, no good. Brianna Strauss come out of nowhere for the rebound, but she collides with Mads Holland and Sierra Johnson, and they're going to get Sierra on the foul. Johnson, her first. Second foul of the half. Good job by the Lady Broncs to hang in there with the defense. That was a long possession for Green River. They were working the ball around. Jackson hung tough. Did not allow an easy look. Here's Jayla Braden with a old give and go, and that worked to perfection. Braylon had triggered it into Demeret, gave it right back to Jayla Braden, and she put it up and in. 56-9. It's Naomi Roper with the ball. Look out. Almost lost it. Now back out to Mads Holland. Lindsay got a hand on that, but there to save the day is Lucy Webb. Webb dribbling exclusively right-handed. She's in trouble with Braden all over her. Gets it to Roper, whistle, and they're going to get Braden on a reach-in foul, her third. She was really bothering her mark. Zoe Bosch will inbounds. Gets it. He's got Webb open. She didn't see it. Now she fires to Mads Holland, and that shot won't go. Boy.
See, those were the ones. It was right
real
there.
Good idea. Yeah, gosh. Real good idea. Holland was open. Her little 10-foot pop shot just rattled around and spit out. Here's Lindsay for Green River. No good. Strauss takes the rebound away from Zoe Bosch, and Green River will get another look at this. Lindsay gets it to Demeret, goes cross court to Strauss, off the glass and in. Good ball movement by the Lady Wolves, and tough to defend when they're able to work it around like that. Zoe Bosch brings it up. Each time across the line seems a little slower for Zoe. Her pass is knocked down by Jayla Braden, who steals it away. Here comes Braden. She's got numbers. She's going to try herself. No, bounce pass inside, up and in. Addison Demarette, who's had a pretty good game. I believe she leads all scorers on the Green River side, and Coach Shockley says, oh boy, let's slow this train down a little bit as things again getting out of hand just a little for Jackson. 60-9 with running clock going here in the fourth. Midway through, we'll take it's the long timeout. Let's take a quick break with them. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
Back to the action. Both teams heading out onto the floor. Place to be if you're down here in Green River is right here in the high school gymnasium as the Wolves hosting the Jackson Bronx. Girls wrapping up right now in the fourth quarter, and the boys ready to play here in just a bit. It's been a tough start for these Lady Bronx as Green River has come shooting lights out today right off the opening starter's gun. Boy, they've been good. 3:43 to go in the fourth. Jackson down 60-9.
Ooh, Zoe's got a little
Lucy
break going
Webb.
here.
Yeah, Bosch gets a brief rest as Sierra Johnson with the ball now. Works it to an open Mads Holland. Nice baseline drive. She'll try the shot. No good. Backdoor rebound there, though, for Green River. And the Lady Wolves bring it up court with a big lead. Bounce pass up high to Aylin Lindsay, the junior. There's in the corner 3, no good. That's Macy Hernandez seeing her first action for Green River. And Lucy Webb brings it up, taking the guard duties of Zoe Bosch, even though she's got that injured finger. Nice Mads Holland shot, no good. Mads keeps shooting. Can't get it to go. Lindsay for the Lady Wolves. Lindsay works it to number 3, and I don't have a 3 either.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yes, I do. Destiny German. There's a long 3 from Harley Rommel. She's not afraid to chuck them, but she can't get it to go. Green River coming the other way. Lindsay with the ball now for the Wolves. 60-9 as we're down to 2:20 to go in regulation. Lindsay now to German. In the corner, Hernandez. Back to German, out to Lindsay. Far side, Isabel Kelly. Her first action. Lindsay, an open 3, top of the key. No good. Rebound, Sierra Johnson. Good board for her as she and Holland represent the rebounders for Jackson. Lucy Webb with the ball. Pass over to Holland. Holland at the near angle. Guarded by Eva Murray. Now Lucy Webb, top of the key, gives it to Rommel. Harley. Far side 3 launched by Sierra Johnson. I like that. Just put it right up. Don't waste time. Good rebound there by Harley Rommel inside, and she draws a foul trying to put up the shot. Rommel will go to the line where she's already converted at least once, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, let me go check. Let me check my stats. Oh, wait. It only matters if it was on the first.
Rommel eyes this one. And is just short.
It had to happen the second half because I don't have that.
Timeout here. We'll stay on the floor. This by Coach Sean Shockley, and he's going to talk over a few things. Boy, you might want to call timeouts this afternoon if you're Coach Shockley playing back-to-back nights with a very thin bench. I mean, you just got 3 subs, and we call timeout and let everybody have a chance to have a blow here. This short timeout turns into a long one. Boys immediately following this one will have all that action for you as well. They're coming off a big win last night over Star Valley. Green River losing their first conference game last night in Evanston. A real fun game. Green River led at times, but the Red Devils came out on top on that one. Here's Rommel to finish the back end of her two.
You really finished both of those games?
I did.
Whoa.
Stayed up late, you know.
Listen, I only heard about.
Rommel converts. Hey, you got to do the research. That's why I get paid the big bucks, right? Here's Hernandez. Back to Lindsay, top of the key, works it around to Murray, back to Hernandez. Murray will launch, or sorry, that's German, and she's got the three. Destiny German with a three. And boy, it's just about everybody Coach Carroll has put out there has scored. Nice lane drive there by Zoe Bosch. Shot won't go, but she's fouled. Good job by Zoe. That's an aggressive move to the hoop. And Kelly on the foul, her first. We have running clock now with 20 seconds. Shot from Bosch, no good. 63-10. Bosch trying to make it 11. Zoe takes her time here. This might be the final shot of the game. It's no good. Rebound, Allison Burcham, and she'll put up a shot at the buzzer. That won't go either, and that's how we'll end things here in Green River. So the Lady Wolves keep it rolling with their second conference win. For the Jackson Lady Broncs, a good showing, getting better, but still on the wrong end of a 63-10 game. We'll be back to wrap things up for the girls and reset for the boys game right after these. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Gromont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
He runs across, goes to the red part of the section. He throws it, and he caught it, and he throws it again. He dribbles around the guy. He shoots, puts it up, and boom, goes the dynamite. And the white team almost loses the ball, but then they don't. So, crisis averted for the white team. Black team has it. White team is not playing people down like they did before. Oh, it looks like they're lining up to do something. And shoots, and boom, goes the dynamite. Oh, he's going to get more than one shot. Oh, shooting again. And the dynamite does not go boom that time.
Play-by-play is hard. So is Jackson Hole Real Estate. Get a pro. McPeak Group proudly supporting the Broncs on their march toward a state championship.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
McPeak Group, that's Betsy Campbell, Des Jennings, Emily Figgenshaw, Geraldine Areola, Megan Murtaugh, and Breck McPeak. They comprise the McPeak Group at Jackson Hole Sotheby's International Realty. All those that I mentioned have a combined half a century of experience in the real estate game, and they've helped more than 250 of your friends and neighbors. And especially when the old COVID came around, things got crazy in the real estate game as everybody wanted to come to Wyoming and Jackson Hole and avoid COVID stuff. And There seems to be no shortage of reasons to buy Jackson Hole real estate, though. You didn't need COVID. You didn't need much of anything. So we're wrapping up the girls' thing. We got some stats for you. Let's start with the Jackson Lady Broncs, who led the way in scoring.
Yeah, they did not, but I just noticed something.
Huh?
We pretty much spread the love. We had 8 girls on the bench, and 6 of them scored.
I like that.
Yep.
Everybody get a taste of the score sheet. That's nice.
Okay, so I just got last names on theirs, but Bosch had 1, Burkham had 2 points, Johnson had 1, Rhodes had 2, Holland had 2, and Rommel had 2.
Excellent. Better game. Tough, not easy to play back-to-back nights on the road. 3.5-hour trip this morning, facing a good Lady Wolves team, and it was a good effort by the Lady Broncs. They're getting better. A little at a time. It's not going to happen overnight. What do we see on the Green River side of things? They also seem to spread the scoring around. Everybody had a hand in it.
Yeah, I was going to say they pretty much did. Your leader was Addison. How do you say her last name?
Demaret.
Demaret.
That's how I say it
She
anyway.
ended with 13.
Okay.
Both Brianna Strauss and Jalen Braden had 10 apiece. Next was Isabel Vasco with 8. Coming in, Eliza Burgess 6. Madison Moffitt 5. And then Destiny Germain 3. And then both Kilpack and Murray contributed 2 each.
All right. Yeah, boy, just scoring all around. And once again, less of an indication how bad we think the Broncs are. And we won't say bad. We'll just say they're inexperienced and learning. But it's about how good Green River was today. They were really good right off the bat. I mean, everything they threw up went in. They got cooled off a little, but they played some pretty good basketball this afternoon. So, yeah, our MVP, our most valuable player from the Green River side, I'm going to go with Addison Demaret. I thought she was
That's what I was going to say. She also
pretty darn good.
Yeah, she had 3 threes. For the night, she had the most threes. I would go with Addison as well.
All right, we're looking at the Jackson side of things, and I'll go with the obvious just because she was out there all game long, barely rested. Zoe Bosch gave it her all. Who do you want to take?
Well, I don't know. I've been leaning back and forth between even scores and just out there. I thought Mads Holland and Rihanna Rhodes did a really good job too.
Oh, Rihanna, I forgot her.
Yeah, I mean they were both.
Right.
I mean the difference is they both everyone scored, spread it out. I was looking at both of those girls besides just Zoe, because Zoe just seems obvious. I mean she's out there, but she only scored 1 point today. So,
right.
Has a bat.
Well,
I was a little tough on that. Let's just say.
I mean,
Can I give it to the whole team?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing when we can't decide who to give a most valuable player to.
Because I mean,
on the Lady Broncs.
Lucy Webb was one of the ones that didn't score, but she was out there with a hurt hand.
Hey, girls, man, you just keep showing up, and you got our MVP.
Amen.
Just keep coming. Get out on the floor, and no matter how many hits you take, you just keep coming. So you're all our MVP today. All right, be right back. We'll reset the scene, talk boys basketball. That's next on Jackson Hole Radio Network.
At High Country Linen's paper and cleaning supply outlet, we've got you covered. We have cleaning supplies for all your needs.
Coverage of the Jackson Broncs.
Back to Green River High School Gymnasium as we get ready to start the boys' game. Just about 7 minutes away from tap time here. And all right, let's talk Jackson Bronx. Big win last night over Star Valley. That makes 2 in a row. First conference win. Yep, got that too. Let's be a glass half full person and say, wow, Jackson last night in the first half played like a team that nobody was going to beat them in the 4A.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
You watch the first quarter, the first few minutes of that game, like, oh my gosh, it's them.
That was a half of basketball. I was ready to take on the world. You want to say that Cheyenne East is the top team? Bring them on. We want them now, man. Because,
if they could play like that all the time.
The black hole was rocking, and Jackson came out firing before Star Valley knew it hit them. Now let's talk the glass half empty. This is a Bronx team that barely hung on to beat Pinedale, stepping down in class to the 3A conference. And then, as much as we love that first half last night, the second half was more of what has been a problem for Jackson, and they really let a 30-point lead disappear.
Do they get comfortable? I don't know. I want them to see them. I want to see that fourth quarter be just like that first quarter. I want to see these boys finish a game super strong.
They just don't continue to press. You get that feeling that I don't think it's a comfort with the lead. I think it's more just this confidence thing that they just feel like it's not. I don't know what it is, but it's between the years kind of thing. It's not the talent. They got the talent on the floor.
Yeah, do they
and
ever.
We saw it for the first 16 minutes. It's more of what's from the neck up, and they have got to start believing in themselves a little more. They got to learn how to finish and just put their foot down on someone's neck, as they say in the game, and close things out. I mean, you just got to. You got to develop that killer attitude. It should be a fun game here. Green River's always good at home. They're never going to just lay down and give you one. As Coach Lori Ivy, we got her talking to Coach Hayden Hatfield. She is one of the best, recognized around the state as one of the best boys team coaches there is. And Lori Ivy's always going to have her kids ready to play.
I was going to say, I have to agree with that, man. I love watching that lady coach.
So, even though this isn't one of those Green River teams that have been that we've gotten used to in the past, they're still going to be dangerous. They'll still have weapons that we'll talk about. But Coach Lori Ivy, in her 7th year now, comes in with her team with a record of 2-8, 0-1 in conference after the loss last night. They're on a 4-game skid. Jackson would love to see that continue. The Bronx have won 2 in a row now and are 1-0 in conference and 7-2 overall. Coach, we talked to Coach Hayden Hatfield about this Green River team, some of the problems they might pose for these Jackson Bronx, and here's what Coach Hatfield had to say about Green River.
Yeah, no, we'll probably end the game tonight about 9:30. Get home probably about 11, then we got to be on a bus at 7 a.m. So this is always a tough turnaround. Going down there, that's 3.5-hour drive. So, for us tomorrow, it's going to be a completely different game. It couldn't be any polar opposite opponents Friday to Saturday. Tonight we got the big guys. Tomorrow we have the really good guards. And they play 5 guards, and they run and they shoot the ball really well. They do a really good job of what we want to do as well. So it'll be a fun game tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of shots, a lot of pace. A lot of space too. So I think tomorrow we got to be able to get it inside to Andrew, Gavin, Willis, and Christian, and kind of let them hold their own inside. And if they end up doubling or tripling, we got our shooters open and pray they make some.
Yeah, it was the guards and the outside play that kind of held sway last night. Star Valley is pretty big. Star Valley's got some size, and what really turned the tide was Jackson shooting from perimeter. And today, as you heard Coach Hatfield say, might be totally different. I think today is the day you pound the paint and you just work it into you're working into Hannah, because we'll talk about some of the shortcomings of Green River, and a lot of it has to do with their lack of size. The all-time matchup favors Green River by a good margin. In the last 16 meetings between these teams, Jackson's managed just 2 wins. Go back to 2018 to find the last time Jackson's been able to beat Green River.
That's when the girls
Same
did too.
for the girls,
So
yep.
hey, that must have been a good year.
Green River coming
or a
off
bad year for Green River.
Green River coming
No,
off a
good year.
46-37 loss to Evanston yesterday. You heard Coach Hayden Hatfield talk about this team shooting. They shoot it pretty well. They're shooting 41% from the field. Now, that ranks you only 10th, so that tells you everybody's shooting it pretty good in the 4A. From beyond the arc, they're ranked, they shoot about 33% of their shots. So they hit about 1 every 3 from distance. That's pretty good. Defensively, though, this team does not play very good defense.
That.
Right,
I like that.
dead last. They give up 65 points a game. Yeah, that is dead last. They don't rebound particularly well either. About the only thing they do well is shoot, and they're led by a kid, Taryn Archibald, a junior, 6'3". He's the only one of any kind of size, and he is their best player, no doubt about it. He's averaging 15 points a game, almost 5 rebounds a game, leading the team in both those categories. I talked to the boys today, the Jackson guys, and I said, who's got 20?
Oh, I did
and
see you.
Everybody pointed to Andrew Hanna. Hanna says, I got him. So we'll make sure that Andrew does indeed got him. That'll be a fun matchup tonight, man-on-man. Andrew Hanna and Taryn Archibald. It'll be fun to watch those 2 juniors go at it. Let's have our starting lineups. The boys will introduce themselves, and that's brought to you by Young Life.
Step Runner, junior. Mac Fairbairn, senior. AJ Fowler, junior. Owen Kana, junior. Carson Harlan, senior. Isaac Larson, senior. Palmer Wetzel, sophomore. Andrew Hanna, junior. Gavin Keelan, junior. Christian Mack, senior. Drew Griebel, senior. Chris Littering, senior.
Ready to get going here in Green River. Jackson, Green River, the Bronx, and the Wolves ready to tangle. We'll get the starting lineups to you. Boy, that Gavin Keelan had a coming out game last night.
He did awesome last night.
Let's hope he stays red hot. What a big game for him.
I did see him resting earlier during the JV game, so maybe he's rested up.
Seb Brunner will get the start. He's joined in the backcourt by A.J. Fowler. Those are your 2 guards. Well, add to that Isaac Larson. So really kind of 3 guards as Jackson's going to try to go small and go fast. Andrew Hanna, he'll be the size underneath along with Gavin Keelan. That's your starting 5 for Jackson in their road blacks trimmed in orange. Yeah, well, we'll check out the starting lineups of the Green River Wolves as they darken the arena. Case and Ivy, I imagine, will
He'll be on
one.
The lineup, yep. Archibald.
Along with Archibald. Taryn Archibald, and he has been something else for this team, leading them in just about every category.
Go Mitchell, I bet.
Chris Wilson, the sophomore, 6'1", although I thought they just called him a junior. He's averaging 13.9 a game, second highest score. Xander Lindsay, the 6-foot senior, averaging 4 points a game, just about 4 boards as well. Caleb Blake, the 5'9" senior. Yep. He was an important part of this team last year.
Yep.
Averaging 8 points a game. And Kason Ivey, the 5'9" senior, and we're assuming coach's son. I'm not positive of that, but I imagine that's Lori Ivey's son. And that's your starting 5 for Green River. Well, this will be a fun one, I think, for Jackson. They got to make sure they take the crowd out of it. This is a tough place to come in and play, so get off to a start here. They did last night, got off to a quick start. Try to start quick and really remove the home team element, because the Wolves love to play here. They love the sight lines. They shoot well at home.
They do. Yeah, they do play well on their home court.
It's going to be Chris Wilson tapping with Hannah. This shouldn't be much of a contest. Wilson at 6'1", Hannah at 6'7". And we're about ready to go. I love the Wolves mascot there on the far side.
He was dancing next to me for a little while. I tried to get him, but yeah.
Hannah does win the tap back to Brunner. Seb Brunner going with just the right leg in the sleeve today. Brunner puts a move on, gets double teamed, but finds A.J. Fowler, top of the key. He'll launch us 3.
Yes.
Good! And it's good to see A.J. That's his first 3 in forever. And Jackson up 3-0. I like it. Fowler going with a mismatched socks as well. Maybe that's good luck. Caleb Blake works it near side to Kason Ivey, and now the shot is no good.
Travel.
Kason Ivey's wearing the number 3. He's announced as number 1. I think that's one thing that threw off Dennis Bedwell of Evanston last night, trying to figure out who Kason Ivey is.
They said number 3 tonight.
Thought they said number 1. He goes with number 1 or 3 out of bounds. That's Isaac Larson. Just ran out of room as Kason Ivey just pinched him right off there on the baseline and turns it over. So Green River ball. They trail 3-0 in the early going, just underway. Wolves and Bronx. Bounce pass inside of Lindsay. Xander works it near side here to Lake. Caleb Lake being guarded by Brunner. Cross court to Ivy. Kicks it over to Lindsay in the lane. No good. Rebound. Gavin Keelan. And the Wolves starting slow here shooting-wise. Seb Brunner putting a couple of moves on Caleb Blake. Drives the lane. His dish to Hannah never got there. And a good hand on it by Taryn Archibald to make the steal. Caleb Blake drives baseline. Kick out. A.J. Fowler is on that and tips it away, but out of bounds. Good idea. Cross-court pass intended for Chris Wilson, but A.J. got there first, got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. Archibald will trigger in. Far side works it to Ivy. Backhand to Lake. Lake picked up quickly by Brunner. He'll try it anyway. No good. Hannah with a rebound, but Lindsay hit the deck, and Isaac Larson is the closest guy to him. Is it going to be him?
Yep, that's Isaac.
His first, team first, and boy, I didn't see it. It wasn't a lot of contact, but it's enough to Green River keeps the ball. Lindsay. Bounce pass into Archibald. Nobody had him, and he puts it up and in. And that won't be his only 2 points tonight. He's pretty good. 3-2, Jackson up. Seb Brunner, he's got the mascot hounding him from behind, but staying off the court. A.J. on the far wing into Hannah. Hannah back to A.J. Archibald is on him. And there's Isaac driving the lane. Kick out to A.J. Fowler. His 3, no, too strong. Keelan goes for the rebound, and he bumped with Ivy out of bounds. Those two collided awkwardly, but they're both okay. And here comes Caleb Lake for Green River. They're down 3-2, just 2 minutes in here in the first. Seb Brunner picks up Lake, works it to Archibald. Hannah does indeed have coverage on him. Ivy, backhand pass in the lane to Chris Wilson. A whistle, and
that's an Isaac Larson.
Another reach in, Isaac Larson, and he knows he's gone. He comes right out for Carson Harlan, as Coach Hatfield said, I don't want to get in trouble here. and makes the substitution. There's Ivy up to Archibald, gets a nice screen from Lake, and maybe that's the way to get Hannah off you, is to just run some picks. Archibald in the lane, his shot doesn't go.
Seb was running like
Seb Brunner
with him.
Will get the block here, and 3 quick team fouls on Jackson, and just showing you how tough it is to guard Archibald. He is so quick to the rack. The 6'3" junior will go to the line where he's a 64% free throw shooter, and he's got that to tie it. Knotted at 3 now in the early going. Jackson's sole points came off the A.J. Fowler 3, his first this year, I think.
Possibly.
As the second won't go for Archibald, out of bounds. That's off Gavin Kaelin's hands, and Green River gets a break there. Xander Lindsay will trigger in, bounce pass to Ivy, stolen away by AJ, but now stolen back by Ivy. Over to Caleb Lake. Boy, everybody reckless with these passes. Hannah comes up with a loose one, gets it to Gavin Keelan. He'll try a drive in the lane, now just loses the handle, but they're going to say it went off a Green River player as Keelan was driving the lane with 3 Wolves on him and just lost it, but he got lucky there. They'll say Green River got a hand on it. Brunner triggers into Hannah to Fowler to Carson Harlan to Keelan. Perimeter passing. Here's Zeb trying to put a twisty move on Caleb Lake and drains the 3. Zeb Brunner had Lake going every which way and an ankle-breaking couple of moves, and then he just stepped back and drained the 3. 6-3 Jackson. Loose ball taken away by A.J. Fowler with a steal. Gives to Brunner, over to Keelan, who wasn't ready for that pass. Fowler from his spot, no good. Rebound Hannah. Hannah's just too tall for anybody in there. Andrew Hannah's shot up and in over the top of Chris Wilson. And Wilson at 6'1", just not enough for the 6'7" Hannah. And Keelan rejected, and Xander Lindsay drove the lane. Keelan said not today, but he may draw the foul. Is that the deal or no? Just out of bounds.
Good block. Good block.
All ball. Keelan, who is a very good shot blocker, by the way, leads the Bronx in that category.
Ooh, yes.
That pass off the back of Seb Brunner. He never saw it, but it went right to Caleb Lake. Lake will settle things down. Now gets a pick from Lindsay. Lindsay hits the deck doing it. Double team on Lake. He's in trouble. Timeout. I believe Lake called a time or no? Yes, he did. Just did. Saved himself as he was surrounded. And what a furious start to this one is. We'll take the timeout with him. The score, Jackson 8, Green River 3. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
Linens Paper and Cleaning Supply Outlet, we've got you covered. We have cleaning supplies for all.
Went from long to short as they're back on the court already. Theron Archibald hits to close the gap just a little bit for Green River. It's 8-5. Jackson with a 3-point lead. Seb Brunner calls out the play. It's number 1. We'll see what that is. And now he waves Carson Harlan towards him. Carson with the ball on the far left wing, way out there by the mascot. Harlan got bumped by Case and Ivy. They let it go. Seb Brunner gets a nice pick from Harlan. And what a backhand pass into Hannah. Oh, my, a no-look.
He did not even
back
look at
pass,
that.
Yeah. What an assist. That's why Seb leads the team in assists. What a dish. Case and Ivy from the near angle, and he's good with 3. And Green River has the answer. It's a 2-point game, 10-8 Jackson. Seb Brunner again calls out that Number one played. He's being guarded by Caleb Lake. Works it to Gavin Keelan. Back to Seb Brunner in the corner. Harlan had a look at a three. Now gives it to Hannah. Hannah working on Chris Wilson. Now back to Carson Harlan, top of the key. Near side Fowler puts his man in the air. That's Archibald, and he'll kick it back out to Harlan. Carson Harlan with Ivy on him. Pass to Brunner. Good defense over there by Lake, who almost came up to steal that. Brunner kick out to Fowler to Harlan. There's just nothing open right now. Green River, good defense. Here's Gavin Keelan driving the lane. He'll put one up. Good, and they'll say he traveled. Oh my, Gavin Keelan with a power move.
Replay again, please.
Put it up again. I'd love to see him. I can't figure out replay.
Look over there.
Oh.
Check out there.
Boy, I don't know. I didn't see the travel, but a good move by Gavin Keelan. 10-8 Green River trails, and they have the ball chance to tie here with 2:32 to go in the opening frame. Fowler picks up Ivy, and Ivy works at Archibald. Give and go. Nope. Archibald's going to hand it off to Caleb Lake. He gets away from Brunner for a moment. Now Ivy kicks it over to Lake. He'll try a baseline three wide open. No good, and there was a whistle before he got that shot off. What did he do? Step out of bounds?
I guess, and yeah, he must have stepped out. Yeah.
That's why he was so wide open. He wasn't on the court.
Step back in, step out, step back in.
10-8, Jackson leads. Seb Brunner with the ball. Caleb Lake glued to him. Almost sharing a number. It's like Seb Brunner is number one with a green 5 on it. Lake has been inside his uniform. But a little too close maybe. Is he picking up the foul?
Yeah, that was on Lake.
No, they call it on,
Number 2.
No, they got Brunner on, or they got.
Number 2.
We don't, Hunter Lake.
Hunter Lake. I don't know.
See him on the floor.
Yeah, he's out there.
Yeah, that's on Caleb Lake. Yeah, they got it wrong. Caleb with the ball now on the rebound. Up to Archibald. Darren Archibald, the junior. He'll drive the lane. Hannah whacks it out of the air. Andrew Hannah. And Keelan with a rebound, but now Archibald steals it back. You got to watch this kid. He's so sneaky. He ties it.
Number 2's out there, honey.
Taryn Archibald. All right, Hunter Lake.
Yep.
Caleb's brother is out there. I did not see him commit the foul, though. That must have been away from the ball.
Oh, it was away from the ball.
Fowler inside to Hannah. Up and in, and a chance for 3. Andrew Hannah converts. That was a really nice pass to make that happen from A.J. Fowler. He'll send Hannah to the line where he has been, well, dreadful. It was not the only way to put it.
He's going
we'll see what he does here
today.
So that was Brunner with the feed, not A.J. Fowler as I'm watching the replay. Seb Brunner with the feed to Hannah inside. He converted the layup and will now try to make it 3. And he does. Yes. So I am going to continue to berate Andrew Hannah's free throw shooting.
Pretty much said he was awful.
Andrew, you're terrible. And he makes another one. 13-10. Jackson up 3. A minute 25 to go here in the first. Lake to the other Lake. Lake to Lake now. Archibald. He'll try a long 3. Hannah got out to challenge it. Now a fight for the rebound. Seb Brunner has it. Seb working the far side. He'll pull up now with Hunter Lake on him. Floats a pass to Hannah. Too tall and out of bounds. Good idea. I mean, Seb is telling Andrew, you got to reach for it higher, he says. He lifted his hand. I bet if you overthrow a guy who's 6'7", Seb, your pass is too high. I got to tell you. Green River with the ball. They trail 3. A 3 would tie it here as Ivy works it to Archibald. Now to Lake. Caleb Lake surveys the situation. Not a lot of movement going away from the ball here. Seb Brunner guarding Caleb Lake. Trying to set a pick for him is Adrian Ruiz. Lake is going to drive the lane, and Keelan gets all ball and whacks that out of the court.
That's 2.
Second block for Keelan. Hannah has one as well, and we knew coming in that Jackson would have the advantage in the paint. They're simply bigger than the Wolves. 6'5" Keelan, 6'7" Hannah, and there's just nobody on the Green River team that's that big. Archibald, a long 3 over the top of Hannah. No good. Rebound Brunner up ahead to Hannah. He's all alone. His shot no good, but Archibald will get the push. And Teron Archibald picks up his first, team third.
Fouls on Archibald. That is his first.
And Hannah a chance to add to the Jackson lead, which is 3 points now with 32 seconds left. Andrew misses that.
You forgot to say how terrible he was.
Yeah, Andrew, that was a terrible looking shot, and I think this one might be worse. We'll see. 13-10, Jackson up 3 as the first period comes to a close. Hannah does hit that one after here's a little ridicule. He just works better when you get on him like that.
At least on the line anyways, right?
Yeah. He responds to negative.
No, I'm not quite sure on that, but if you think that's going to work.
For some people, it's the carrot. For some, it's the stick. Andrew Hannah responds to the stick.
That makes it like superstitious, but we did that the other day when I had a certain shirt on and took it off and things started to change. So
Chris Wilson with a nice move in the lane, but he can't get that layer to go, and Gavin Keelan with a rebound. Jackson, final seconds here of the first. They're going to play for a last shot. Seth Brunner works it over to Harlan. He's got to put one up. He does, and he just misses.
Darn it.
That's how the first quarter will end with the score. Jackson 14, Green River 10. We'll be back with the second quarter. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Gromont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
Live play-by-play coverage of Jackson Bronx sports continues with Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Second quarter action coming up. Well, I tell you, Coach Ivy has these kids so raring to go. They come out of a 1-minute timeout with 30 seconds left. They come out of the first break here after the period, and they've been standing on the court waiting for Jackson to get out there. They're in a hurry to play basketball. Okay, it's Green River ball. They trail by 4, 14-10. Jackson with a good first quarter on the road. That's as good as you can hope for, really. Both these teams playing back-to-back games after playing last night. Jackson had to make the 3.5-hour trip here, though. Here's Hunter Lake putting on a couple of moves and now poked away by Carson Harlan, but out of bounds. Good defense by Harlan. Crowd, I don't know what the crowd doesn't like, but Harlan poked that ball free. So that's Green River ball. Hunter Lake inbounds to Ruiz. Gets it to Case and Ivy. He'll try a three. No good. Rebound on the backside is up and in. That's Chris Wilson, the 6'1 sophomore, to make it 14-12. Jackson's in a game here. Green River is never going to disappear on their home court. Carson Harlan with the ball on the far wing. Gets a pick from Hannah, but really couldn't rub off his man. Now back to Hannah. Hannah inside, strong move up and in. He had two guys on him and just didn't bother Andrew Hannah. That was a power move from a big man. Green River, that's a nice cut to the hole there by Caleb Blake, but the shot wouldn't go. Keelan down with the board, hands it off to Seth Brunner. Far side, Jackson can add to a lead now. They're up 4, 16-12, just underway here in the second quarter. Carson Harlan on the near wing, got Caleb Blake on him, over to Brunner. Brunner around the perimeter to Keelan, far side. Back to Seth, back to Keelan. Nothing really open, not a lot of moving going on. Everybody looks to try to get it to 21, but he's pretty well covered right now. Open look for Mac Fairbairn. Good! Mac Fairbairn for 3 from the baseline gives Jackson a 7-point lead. And Fairbairn identified by Coach Hayden Hatfield as one of those guys who could be his 3-ball shooter. They've been looking for one all season. Caleb Lake with the ball now, gets by Seb Brunner. He'll try a fadeaway jumper. Good, nice shot by Lake, and Seb let his man get away just a little bit there. Brunner brings it up against Lake. Those two seeing a lot of each other in the early going. Far side Harlan, now to Keelan. He'll try a long 3. Good! what a shot by Gavin Keelan, who started last night hitting 2 or 3 threes right off the bat. Driving the lane there. That shot gets blocked by Kason Ivey. Rebound also blocked. And Jackson's starting to show why they're going to dominate the paint today, I think. Here's Fairbairn, same spot. And he hits again. Mac Fairbairn. And a timeout as Coach Ivey says we got to slow this roll. 25-14, an 11-point Jackson lead. And I'm going to stay here for the timeout. They say it's a short one. So
that is 30.
So that means 3 seconds, and the Green River will be back there on the floor.
I don't know. They're down a little bit right now. Ivy might have a few more things to say to him.
Coach Ivey's got to talk some things over here as Jackson playing a very good road game. And remember, it always feels like the Bronx, you figure you got to start building a lead in the first half because you're afraid it'll disappear in the second.
They're going to surprise us.
Okay. You would figure Jackson, if anybody would be the team to fade, it would be Jackson energy-wise. That's been their MO this year. And they also are playing back-to-back after a long bus trip. Green River played last night at Evanston, got a good night's sleep, though. And
yeah, Evanston's not that far down the road.
Taryn Archibald with the ball now. Keelan coming way out, really getting hands on him, but no call here. Keelan all over him with his hands. Archibald goes to the rack, up and in, and Taryn Archibald. He is deadly for Green River. I like the way Keelan was on him, being very physical, but it didn't bother Archibald at all. The junior went right to the rack and put it in. Bad pass. Caleb Lake steals it away, and he goes coast to coast, but misses the layup. Seb Brunner with it now for Jackson. That was not a good pass, and a good job by Caleb Lake with the steal, but he couldn't finish converting. That pass from Fairbairn intended, I believe, for Carson Harlem. That was thrown into the stands, and now both teams getting a little reckless with it. Palmer Wetzel checks in for Jackson. He'll replace Carson Harlem. 25-16, Jackson with their biggest lead of the afternoon, up by 9. Caleb Lake with the ball, Brunner guarding him. Lake puts a nice shifty move on him. Now pulls up a dribble and gives it to Archibald. Hannah watching him. Out to Chris Wilson. Kick out now to Nathan Mitchell, seeing his first action. Xander Lindsay. Lindsay gets a nice pick from Mitchell. Now kicks it back out to Chris Wilson. To Taryn Archibald. Archibald, there's just nothing there for Green River. Good defense here by the best defense in all the 4A. That's your Jackson Bronx. There's a shot from Archibald over the top of Hannah. No good, but the rebound tracked down by by Chris Wilson. Back to Caleb Lake. He puts up a fist, calling a play here. Lake wiggles free, puts a 3-ball up over the top of Brunner. That's too strong, and Hannah sky high for the board. Jackson with the ball. Brunner has it. Caleb Lake, very good anticipating passes. He's dangerous. You better be careful when you're passing. Lake, real tough. Wide open Fairbairn, same spot. Can't get that to go. Rebound is Lindsay, and a whistle and a cheap foul there.
Yeah, I think that
Gavin Keelan.
I did not see that.
I don't mind Keelan getting fouls, but if you're going to get him, you better get him playing Archibald. You don't want to get him 200 feet from the basket. They're way, nobody's out there threatening, and that was just not a good place to take a foul. If you're going to get your 5, you better get him guarding this guy with the ball now, number 20. Taryn Archibald, the junior. He's watched by Hannah. Hannah coming way out to meet. You never see Hannah come out this high unless it's to cover somebody who's dangerous. Baseline 3 from Mitchell rattles in and out. Hannah with the board. Hands off to Seb Brunner. Brunner brings it up with Ivy on him now. Caleb Lake must have come out or he'd be all over Brunner. Yeah, he's not on the floor. Fairbairn wide open. AJ from the baseline. Good with a 3. AJ Fowler. He's got 6 tonight. Both from beyond the arc, and maybe AJ is going to heat up. He's been in a dry spell. Here's Archibald stumbling his way in the lane, loses the handle. AJ poked it free. Wetzel picks it up to Seb Brunner. Kick out Fairbairn. His 3. Good! Mac Fairbairn makes it 31-16. Jackson Green River getting rocked here at home a little bit. We'll see how they respond. Kason Ivy finds a man inside. Nice shot. Chris Wilson, though, couldn't get it to go. Good look. Ivy with a nice feed to Wilson. He was left alone in the paint, but his shot no good. He'll go to the line, however.
Palmer.
It's Palmer Wetzel with his first team fifth. It'll send to the line Chris Wilson, the 6'1 sophomore, a 69% free throw shooter, and he's got that one. 31-17 now. As the second shot is off and in, 31-18. Jackson brings the ball up. Seb Brunner pushing the pace here. He's double-team trap, in trouble, but a timeout. Hatfield trying to save Brunner. Seb said, I had it, man, as he puts his hands up saying, I had an outlet. And he did indeed, but you never know that when you're a coach. You see your guy get trapped. He was right along the sideline. I mean, there's just no room, nowhere to go, but somehow Seb found a man to pass to, but Hatfield had called a timeout by then to save his young guard. The pass, by the way, found an open A.J. Fowler as we check the replay, but all for naught.
Does that focus look off to you?
That's because the camera's focusing on whatever's close. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm trying. Whoops.
Yeah. Jackson with the ball. A.J. Fowler pass intended for Hannah. That's too high. Turnover Jackson. Here comes Archibald. Kick out to Chris Wilson. His three is good. Chris Wilson cuts into the lead. It's now 10. A.J. Fowler with the ball. Double team trap. Looks like that's what Green River's trying to do. Hannah with the ball now. In the paint. Power move up and in. He was guarded by Mitchell and Lindsay, and neither one could stop him. 33-21. And whenever Jackson needs a guaranteed bucket, it seems like Hannah has got it ready to go. There's a drive into the lane. Chris Wilson can't convert the layup, but he's fouled. And it'll be Wetzel again, his second. Picked up two quickies. I like having guys like Christian Lack, Palmer, Wetzel. Wetzel at 6'3". Lack is 6'4". These are two big guys you can just work in there and let them take their fouls. You get plenty of guys on the bench. And now Wetzel comes out for Gavin Keelan. And Jackson just outsizes these Wolves, and they have to take advantage of that height. To the line. To shoot his second, that one is good, is Chris Wilson. And it's 33-22, an 11-point game for Jackson. Seb, they're trying to double-team trap anyone they can. Keelan with it now. Gavin Keelan dribble his way out of trouble. Now pass to Seb Brunner. Caleb Blake back on him. Seb works it to an open Hannah. Wide open far side is Fowler, but meanwhile it's going to be Mac Fairborn. AJ was just jumping up and down saying I'm open, but Mac says so am I. And he hits the three. Caleb Blake baseline drive. Kick out. Seb Brunner steals it. As a pass intended for Chris Wilson never got there, and Andrew Hannah with an easy lay-in. 38-22. Jackson, their biggest lead of the afternoon is 16. Keeping an eye on Coach Ivy. She seems willing to let it go as we're under a minute now in the first half.
This Green River team's going to come out.
To Archibald, poked away, steal by Hannah. Hannah's got numbers, hands off to Keelan. He puts a shot up. It's good. Gavin Keelan, that was not an easy bucket as he put it up and over two guys. I thought he'd draw the foul too, but he didn't. Lake to Archibald. We're down to 25 seconds to go in the half. It's been all Jackson. Caleb Blake makes a move on A.J. Fowler, drives the lane up and over Hannah with a nice shot. Good running pop shot to make it 40-24. Jackson, do they play for a last possession here? 11 seconds, 10. Brunner in no hurry. Gives to Gavin Keelan. Back to Seb. Seb Brunner works it into Hannah. Kick out. Fairbairn wide open. Baseline three. Guard! Mac Fairbairn. And he has been red hot. What a way to end the half. They are pumped up on the black side of things as the Jackson Bronx, kind of like they did last night. The first half was all black and orange.
Keep the second half the same way.
After one half, the score, Jackson 43, Green River 24. We'll be back with a halftime wrap-up and take a look at stats after these. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
He runs across, goes to the red part of the section. he throws it, and he caught it, and he throws it again. He dribbles around the guy. He shoots, puts it up, and boom goes the dynamite. And the white team almost loses the ball, but then they don't. So crisis averted for the white team. Black team has it. The white team is not playing people down like they did before. Oh, it looks like they're lining up to do something. And shoots, and boom goes the dynamite. Oh, he's gonna get more than one shot. Oh, shooting again. And the dynamite does not go boom that time.
Play-by-play is hard. So is Jackson Hole Real Estate. Get a pro. McPeak Group proudly supporting the Bronx on their march toward a state championship.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Realtors, brokers, business folks, yes, of course, but more importantly, McPeak Group is also longtime locals here to guide you in finding your best Jackson Hole life. McPeak Group proudly sponsoring the Jackson Bronx in their run for the state title, and boy, they're looking like a state championship team right now. Another good first half of, I can't think of another team in all the 4A that plays better first halves than the Jackson Bronx have of late. They come firing right out. The problem is sustaining that energy and momentum. Second halves have been not as good. Third quarters have been dreadful for the Bronx, and they let a 30-point lead last night slip away down to, I think they eventually won that game by 7 or something like that. What was the final score there? But, yeah, they got another big lead here, and you just hate to see that dreaded second half fade and go on again. Last night's score 73-65, so an 8-point win
game,
for the Bronx.
We're up to 25 or 30, so.
What do you got for statistics, beginning with our Green River scores? You got anything over there on the Wolves side of the board? I know
Keelan Ivey has 3.
Okay.
Caleb Lake 4. Wilson has 8.
Yeah.
And Archibald has 9.
Yeah, we knew coming in the weapon is that junior, Darren Archibald, but he's got a good support group. Caleb Lake's defense has just been insane. Seth Brunner's probably, by the end of today, is going to have enough of him. Kason Ivey, real streaky shooter when I've seen him. He can be real cold or really hot. And he hasn't really found his stroke yet. Chris Wilson's had a good game for Green River as well. From the Jackson side of things, again, they seem to be spread the scoring out pretty good. What do they got going?
Well, I have to say, partway through that, I already had who I might have given the star of the game to,
already?
And then someone changed my mind. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna start with him. We got Mac Fairbairn, 15.
Wow.
Hannah, 14. Keelan has 5. Fowler has 6. And Brunner has 3.
Okay, I see some real good things in there. 1, spreading the scoring wealth. I love that. 2, I think the objective going into tonight was to get Hannah the ball because Green River just doesn't have the size to contend with Hannah. And they have been able to get Andrew Hannah the ball. And when he's got it in his hands, he is converted a majority of the time. Another thing is finding that 3-ball shooter. It just seems to have escaped Jackson all season long, being able to hit from range. All of a sudden last night, it started to come together with Gavin Keelan leading the way.
Yeah.
Tonight, we get A.J. Fowler, who is their 3-ball specialist, back in the game, and triples from Mac Fairbairn, who Coach Hatfield said, watch out for Fairbairn. He may be the guy who hits trays, and boy, is he right.
I mean, I went to the score table and waited to take a picture of the thing, and the guy goes, I got to know his number 3's got 5 threes. That's all you need to know.
Wow, number 3 has been 3. He He's been the lucky three. Wow. Mac Fairbairn off to a red-hot start, and I like it. I like everything about the way they're playing. And, of course, Green River, kind of surprising. You look at defense. We talk so much about offense. If you look both these teams' defenses, this is the number one defense in the 4A playing the worst defense in the 4A. You don't usually see that happening. Green River is the worst team defensively in all the conference. Jackson's the best team defensively in all the conference.
What about offensively?
Offensively, they kind of cancel each other out. They're both middle of the pack, scoring an average of, middle 50s on average. Yeah, offensively, although Green River shoots it better with consistency, Jackson's just really not, statistic-wise, haven't shot well until last night and today. Maybe those numbers will improve, but defense may tell the story this afternoon. The number one defense in the conference has really shown up. I mean, look at the score. You held Green River to 24 points on their own home floor for a half. That's defense.
I mean, I have to say in the past years, Star Valley's a rival, but it's been coming to Green River. I've always been afraid to play these boys, so it's so nice to see a flip-flop.
And that their weapon, Theron Archibald, has been, human. He hasn't been Superman. He's been human, and a lot of that has to do with the defense Hannah has played on him. Andrew Hannah, if Archibald is way out on the perimeter, Andrew comes out and gets him, which means you don't have Hannah for rebounding, but you've still got Keelan in there in the paint. It's interesting strategy. We'll see what Coach Ivy draws up, X's and O's wise, if she can do anything to turn the tide, and more importantly, we'll see if these Jackson Broncs can continue to play the second 16 minutes like they do the first. Been an issue this year, but we'll see. We're just about ready to go here, a couple minutes away from tap. Both teams out taking their warm-up shots. Let's take one last break and get back here for an exciting finish. The second half coming up. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
I thought Coach Hayden Edfield deserves a little bit of an MVP. Last night, thought he managed his substitutions really well down the stretch.
Yeah, especially at the end when it was going back and forth, who you have out for defense, who you put out for offense, and you're able to do that.
Really the most coaching we've seen him do. Usually, he's a pretty hands-off guy. In fact, he's told us that there's no real set plays. He just loves to watch the kids play. Most of their practices, if you go watch a Bronx practice, you know what they do most of the time? 90% of them, they just play. They scrimmage. He doesn't teach it. They're beyond, learning stuff. They know the stuff. He wants them to get real-time experience. And so they just play each other. They just have a split squad, and they play games in practice. And that's how they've gotten better. But these last couple games, Hatfield's had to coach. He's got a deep bench now, so he's got to figure out personnel. And I think he's worked it masterfully, who he puts in, when he puts them in, whether it's foul trouble, whether it's a guy hot or cold. I just love the way he's coached these last few games. He's really coming into his own in his second year in charge of the organization. Both teams, Green River's back out on the floor. I don't know if they ever went in the locker room. This team's ready to go. Yeah, as soon as the half ended,
let's go, man.
They ran in, grabbed a drink, and came running right back out here. Wolves are ready.
Yeah, it looks like the jump ball goes to us. Not jump ball, but possession arrow.
Ready to start the second half. I dropped my glasses on the floor. I can't see anything. Okay. Looks like they've switched sides. They tend to do that.
They did.
Seb Brunner with the ball now.
Started with the ball.
Jackson. Brunner works to AJ. He was open for a moment but didn't take the shot. Keelan posts up with an 18-footer. No good off the front of the iron. Hannah rebound, but he gets whacked by Chris Wilson, I think. Are 14. They going to call that?
Is there he said 14.
I think it's 13.
Yeah, Chris Wilson.
That's Wilson. First foul of this second half. Jackson retains possession. Brunner with a nice underhand pass to Hannah. AJ wide open, drains the three. Fowler, good from distance to give Jackson a 22-point lead, their biggest of the afternoon. Caleb Lake, Brunner on him. Lake trying to find a cutter. That's Archibald, but Hannah got a hand in there. And everywhere Taryn Archibald has gone, Andrew Hanna's been with him. Going to be a frustrating afternoon for Archibald so far, but he'll get his points no matter how closely he's guarded. I've watched him. He's a slippery guy. He can shoot with either hand, and he's really good down low on the post. Here's Archibald up high. They don't want him here, though. That's not his area. Hannah's right on him. I think they're trying to draw Hannah out of the paint. And so they can maybe get a rebound. Yeah. Here's a long three from Ivy, and Kaysen just not feeling it yet. Archibald with a rebound and a kick out. That was not a good idea. Keelan with the steal. Archibald should have just put it up.
Yeah.
He was trying a fancy kick out pass. Keelan stole it. Three from Isaac Larson. No good. Hannah swats at it. Goes right to Gavin Keelan. Keelan to Brunner to Larson. He'll drive baseline. His pass intended for Fowler never got there. The wrong five grabbed it. That's Caleb Lake. The five for Green River. Lake to Ivy. He'll try another three, and he's got that one. And Kaysen's the guy you got to watch. I like it when he was cold, but now he hits that one. And look out. He can really carry a team when he gets going. Seb Brunner, Lake on him, works it to Hannah. Hannah drives in on Chris Wilson, turns it back around, gives it to Keelan, top of the key. What a move he put on right to the rack. He walked right around Xander Lindsay and took it to the hole. And it's 48-27. Jackson up again by 21. Kaysen Ivy, Larson on him, works it to Archibald. Hannah comes out to greet him. Over to Lake. Caleb going to fire and hits Caleb Lake. Green River's coming out of the locker room at the half, shooting pretty hot here. Seb Brunner will make sure Jackson can go toe-to-toe with him, as the Bronx have had their issues in the third quarter. Both teams coming out firing, though. Seb Brunner to Gavin Keelan. Keelan far side Fowler. He'll try one over the top of Archibald. It's good. A.J. Fowler. And these teams just trading haymakers right now. Archibald, his pass blocked by Hannah. There's the steal. Andrew Hannah playing on Archibald might be the story of this afternoon. Seb Brunner with Lake behind him. Brunner in the lane. Pop shot, no good. Rebound, Keelan tracks it down. Gavin wide open. Seb, he'll try it. Three off the front of the iron, no good. Archibald with the rebound, and Green River coming the other way. Good idea. Jackson found Brunner. He's wide open. He just couldn't hit the shot. Caleb Lake will settle things down now for the Wolves. Archibald puts Hannah in the air, drives baseline, but Gavin Keelan's there. And if you're Archibald, you got to be thinking, I got one by one guy, and I just pick up another one. Hannah will pick up the foul. That's okay. It's his first. But I love the way they're defending Archibald. He got around Hannah, 6'7", only to run into Gavin Keelan, 6'5". Keelan came over to help, and they're not giving Archibald anything cheap or free. He'll go to the line. His first one rolls in. He gets a shooter's bounce, and it's 51-31. Archibald, a 64% free throw shooter, leads this team in virtually every category. Leading scorer, 15 points a game. Leading rebounder, 4.7 boards a game, and he converts the back end as well. And now Green River dialing up some full court pressure. Seb just bounces his way out of it over to Fairbairn. Fakes the three to Keelan. He'll try a three from the near angle. Good. Kevin Keelan hits from distance, and a team that could not buy a triple earlier in the season is now red hot from the arc. Caleb Lake got Brunner on him, works the pass near side to Ivy. Kaysen Ivy works it over to Caleb Lake. Lake being watched by Brunner. Tries to get a pick there, couldn't. Caleb Lake drives. His shot no good, and Brunner is going to pick up the foul.
I believe so,
Seb
but
didn't think so. Yeah.
I don't think so either. I stopped looking at the camera and looked up, and that he didn't touch anything.
Brunner is walking back toward the bench and meeting with the coaches, and he'll plead his case saying, I didn't do nothing.
He didn't.
Meanwhile, Caleb Lake's got this one.
So that's a good foul because he didn't do anything.
Lake, 40% free throw shooter, hits the first one, the 5'9" senior. Eyes this one trying to close the gap to 20 again, and he does. 54-34. Jackson with a big lead, trying to shake off the third quarter bugaboo as Gavin Keelan works it up, playing pitch and catch with Brunner. Brunner underhanded pass to Hannah, out to Keelan, over to an open A.J. Fowler, fires, and he's got it. A.J. Fowler has risen from the dead. Boy, has he got a stroke going. Here's Kason Ivey. He's well off with that. And A.J. Fowler with a rebound. Over to Seb Brunner. He's going to push the pace even with a big lead. Brunner's always looking to run.
He just wants to get it down
He's
and get here to
non-stop,
play.
man. Keelan has it now, a whistle away from the play. Caleb.
3 seconds.
Oh, somebody standing around. I would imagine that's number 21. He does tend to park in the paint. 57-34. Jackson with the biggest lead of the afternoon. Archibald with the ball, and again, he's got Hannah all the way out to guard him. Now a move by Chris Wilson, and might get a reach in here on Keelan. Yeah, he didn't think so either. Carson Harlow will check in for Jackson to replace Seb Brunner. Keelan's got 2 on him now. Nobody in real foul trouble on either side. As Archibald works it into Ivy. Nice pass to Lake. Lake puts up a little 12-footer. That's good. Caleb Lake hits his shot. Here's Carson Harlan looking to run, but Lake with him every step of the way to A.J. inside to Hannah. Hannah puts a power move on Archibald. Can't get the shot to go, but he'll go to the line. As Taryn Archibald, I believe, will pick up the harm. No, sorry, it's Chris Wilson inside. Yeah, Hannah's just money in there against this team anytime you want it. There's nobody that big.
He's 50% right now from the field.
Hannah misses the first. And he'll eye the second now, and that one won't go either. Fowler over the back, and he's going to get a foul there on Chris Wilson as A.J. reached over the top of Wilson. That's the first of Fowler, team 4th for Jackson. Here comes Caleb Lake. Running right with him is Carson Harlan. Pass cross court to Ivy. Now Archibald, top of the key. Hannah picks him right up. Archibald, he'll try a 15-footer. Good over the top of Andrew Hannah. And what a shot. Archibald showing off a little of the skills there. Caleb Lake all the way out to pressure Harlan, who works it to Keelan. Gavin Keelan, far angle. He'll try a long 3, and that was from downtown. That should count for 4. Ivy to Chris Wilson. He'll try a left-handed shot. No, sir, out of bounds, and they'll give it to Green River. Seb Brunner will check back into the game, and they'll give Andrew Hannah a rest. This is the first time that Coach Hatfield has gone small here. Kevin Kilo, the biggest guy on the court for Jackson at 6'5". So both teams going small and fast. Hannah needs a rest. He's been working hard. Kason Ivey. Oh, everybody lost him. Nobody knew who had him, and he missed the layup, though.
That's good.
Yeah, Ivy got loose. Nobody picked him up. Seb Brunner went the other way, and now Seb's got it. Archibald on him. This is a interesting matchup. Taryn Archibald on Seb Brunner as Green River's gone into a 2-3 zone. Carson Harlan kicks out to an open Fairbairn, and now Mack, who had hit 5 threes, misses that one, but A.J. Fowler on the backside gets the rebound. Gavin Keelan now at the top of the post. Gives it to Brunner, gets a pick from Keelan. And now, look at a pass to Keelan. That pass gets away. Caleb Lake picks up the loose change. Lake goes coast to coast, up and in, and it's a 20-point game, 60-40 timeout. That's going to be Green River as
full.
Coach Ivy wants to talk things over. Watched as her team cut it to at least 20. We'll take the break with them. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
He runs across, goes to the red part of the section. He throws it, and he caught it, and he throws it again. He dribbles around the guy. He shoots, puts it up, and boom goes the dynamite. And the white team almost loses the ball, but then they don't. So crisis averted for the white team. Black team has it. The white team is not playing people down like they did before. Oh, it looks like they're lining up to do something. And shoots, and boom goes the dynamite. Oh, he's gonna get more than one shot. Oh, shooting again. And the dynamite does not go boom that time.
Play-by-play is hard. So is Jackson Hole Real Estate. Get a pro. McPeak Group proudly supporting the Bronx on their march toward a state championship.
Well, they say a New York minute is fast. I think a Green River minute might be faster.
Wow.
They were out of the break pretty quickly here.
Oh, I don't know if I like what I just saw, but I think that went off. Green River player should be us, but
Jackson turnover will give Green River the ball, and with 1:25 to go in the third, Jackson still enjoying a 20-point lead. Taryn Archibald driving, and without Hannah to guard him, it was Seb Brunner who had to step in, and he'll commit the foul. A.J. Fowler was also helping out there, but Archibald's a lot for anybody to handle, and Hannah's taking a little bit of a rest on the bench, so Brunner, best he could do is commit his third foul in trying to stop Archibald, who gets the first shot to go. Taryn Archibald's numbers starting to trend upward. He might lead all Green River scores at this point. Not sure he hits them both. And it's an 18-point game. And look out now as Green River dialing up some full court pressure. Seb gets it to Carson Harlan. Harlan with Hunter Lake following him pretty closely. Now both Lakes are on him. Gets it to Fairborn. Back to Carson Harlan. He backs out of the pressure. No hurry here for the Bronx. Harlan. Inside pass to Keelan. Keelan being watched by Nathan Mitchell. Keelan's going to try a shot up and over Mitchell, and the rebound goes to Green River. Archibald pushes the pace up ahead to Xander Lindsay, and his shot is blocked by Keelan. Archibald gets around Brunner. He'll go down the lane, up and in. Fowler and Keelan went to go get him, but it didn't matter. Darren Archibald has pulled his team within 16. Gavin Keelan with it. Look out behind as Caleb Lake almost stole it. Seb Brunner to Keelan. Thought about a three. Now he steps loose. Up and in. Good job by Gavin Keelan. He put Xander Lindsay in the air, stepped around him, and hit an easy 15-footer with nobody on him. Time ticking away here in the third. Down to 12 seconds to play in the third quarter. Caleb Lake looks like he's going to play for the last shot here. Lake drives the lane up and over Fairborn. No good. Rebound goes to Mac Fairborn. No time. Brunner pushes it to Fowler. He launches one. No good. And the third quarter comes to a close with the score. Jackson 62, Green River 44. Right back with an exciting finish after this from Young Life. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio.
Hey, I'm Allie Lane from Jackson Hole Young Life. Do you remember what it's like to be a teenager? It can be really tough trying to navigate sports, academics, relationships with family and friends, not to mention the added stress of social media, phones, and screen time. Young Life believes that every teen deserves to know that they are loved and their story matters. Young Life leaders enter the world of teens, focusing on what matters to them: fun, adventure, friendship, and a sense of significance. If you love teenagers as much as we do, there's more info at our website, jacksonhole.younglife.org, to learn more.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Young Life, they're all about adventure, friendship, connection, and a sense of significance. Young Life, Jackson Hole back to the action. Green River with the basketball as Jackson 8 minutes away from securing their second conference win. Green River in danger of losing their second straight conference game, and a collision there between Isaac Larson and Xander Lindsay, and both get up no worse for the wear, but they will call the foul on Lindsay. Jackson ball, Fairbairn looking to inbounds. He's had a monster game for Jackson. Last night it was Gavin Keelan leading all scorers with 19. Today it seems to be Fairbairn's day. Next man up theory going on in Jackson. Here's Hannah back on the floor. He gives it back to Seb Brunner. Brunner, his pass is knocked away by Chris Wilson out of bounds. Jackson will retain possession. Seb inbounds here, being watched by Hunter Lake. Gets it to Andrew Hannah, hands it back to Seb Brunner. Jackson showing good patience. Brunner's pass intended for Hannah is intercepted by Chris Wilson. Coming the other way, Wilson up and in. And that was not a good pass. Seb Brunner's pass picked off. Wilson makes him pay. 62-46 now. Here's Seb Brunner. Got to be more careful with the basketball. Too many turnovers in the fourth quarter, and a lot of them, hate to say it, have been Seb Brunner trying to force things. There's another pass that was a little forced. Isaac Larson looking for Andrew Hannah, and it's out of bounds. The Jackson crowd think it went off a Wolf player, but
that's twice
referees
now,
did not see it that way.
Nope, they did not.
Green River ball, bringing it up is Hunter Lake. Lake works it to Chris Wilson. Wilson on Hannah. Now hands off to Nathan Mitchell. Back to Wilson. Inside to Lindsay. Up and in. Xander Lindsay, the 6-foot senior, had a chance to make it an and three as he's fouled on the way there. And
that's
who picked it up?
Palmer Wetzel, his third.
62-48, and Lindsay, a 47% free throw shooter, makes this one, and Green River is pushing back just a little bit at home. Seb Brunner going to try to beat the press by running. He does, but you got to be careful, and he loses the handle. Seb Brunner, in these situations, I think he just tries to do too much. No reason to, once you get it across the timeline, pull up and look for help. Seb tried to do it all himself and just lost the dribble out of bounds. Xander Lindsay, or Chris Wilson drives the lane. Kick out to Ivy, and there's a foul in the paint. Oh, they're going to call it on Green River. Chris Wilson draws the foul. That's his third, team fourth. Full court pressure from the Wolves. They have dialed it up this whole second half with full court pressure as Coach Ivy trying to turn the tide here. She has to erase a 20-point lead, and the Wolves have done a job doing that. Here's Hannah. Andrew Hannah, good spin move in the lane, goes left hand. It's just impossible to defend that. Andrew Hannah with the bucket. Chris Wilson gets it out, top of the key. Hunter Lake. Hunter, the sophomore, the younger of the Lake brothers, gets it to Chris Wilson. Now to Lindsay, far side Lake. His shot, no good, short. And the rebound, Jackson. Seb Brunner brings it up. Seb pulls up his dribble, needs help. It's AJ. He'll try a long three, top of the key. No, too strong. Rebound, Chris Wilson for Green River. Here come the Wolves. Ivy works it to Lake, the younger Lake. Hunter up and no good on his drive, but I believe Isaac Larson might have got a piece of him. We'll see.
Ooh, is that his fourth?
It is Larson.
Yes, third. Sorry.
His third. 5:27 to go. Time the enemy of Green River now. They got a long way to chew into this. 64-49. Jackson built that lead in the first half, much like they did last night. Hunter Lake to the line. No numbers on him yet from the free throw stripe, but he's got that. 64-50. A 14-point game, so that big lead is slowly shrinking. Something that has to be addressed. The one last thing you think that Coach Hatfield could figure out is why can't this team close out games? Why does it feel like every win is an escape at the very end? Full court pressure. Palmer Wetzel can't find anybody open. His pass to Brunner never got there. Not a good pass. Brunner steals it back. Now Ivy steals it. It's going to be Case and Ivy with a reach-in foul there. That could have gone either way as Ivy and Brunner were fighting for the loose ball. Palmer Wetzel kind of panicked with the inbounds pass. It was not a good one to Brunner. He was not open, and Jackson got lucky there. Gavin Keelan will inbounds. Jackson up 13. Whenever they've needed a big bucket here in the fourth, it's been their big man, Hannah. Seb Brunner. Seb at the top of the keys, being watched closely by Xander Lindsay. Kick out to Keelan. He puts Ivy in the air, drives zero step. No, he walked with it. Yeah, that's a travel. Yeah, he didn't like it. That's a travel. That's not a Euro step. That's more like a Russian step or something. But yeah, that's a travel. Turnover, and now Green River ball. Driving the lane is Wilson. He gets bumped hard by Hannah. Refs letting him go, though. Bounce pass inside, intended for Archibald. Didn't get there. Stolen away. Here's Seb Brunner. He doesn't have numbers. We'll see what he does. He pulls up. Gives it to AJ. AJ's pass is stolen away. Caleb Lake has been really good at that. Lake back to Archibald. His shot no good. Jackson rebound. 3-on-1 coming on the fast break. Seb Brunner puts it up. No good. Rebound Hannah. He finds the range. And Andrew Hannah there with the board and bucket. And Jackson needed that big time. They're back up 15 now. Caleb Lake drives baseline up and in, and a chance for three. Isaac Larson with his mouth wide open. Can't believe it. Coach Hatfield is up saying, don't worry. That's good defense. Caleb Lake to the line and a chance to make it an old-fashioned three here. Green River down 13. Caleb Lake, a 40% free throw shooter. That's worse on the team, but we'll see what he does. He hits it. Green River has hit all their free throws. In this game, it seems like. And
something
now,
I don't know what just happened.
A whistle, and they'll send Lake
something
back
on AJ?
There.
What? All right.
A foul in the free throw, and that'll give Lake another one. Not sure. I didn't see that, but it's going to be on A.J. Fowler. And Lake will try it again. This time he misses. Isaac Larson with a good rebound there. Larson brings it up. He will slow the pace. Now he'll drive the lane, trying to find Hannah. Hannah was not even looking for that pass. A.J. with the ball now. Fowler. Jackson got lucky. Larson, who is a really sneaky passer, and he tricked Hannah that time. Wide open Keelan puts Archibald in the air, drives the lane, can't get it to go. I think Keelan was trying to jam it, but he got fouled. Keelan initially had that open jumper, but he waited to get Archibald out of the way and then drove to the rack. And I think he was trying to stuff that. It's Chris Wilson who picked up his fourth. Keelan to the line, hits the first of two. And it's 67-54 Jackson with 3:52 to go in the fourth. Bronx with a big lead at the half have watched it dwindle a bit, but Keelan converts both, and those are big free throws for the Bronx. Here's Green River. Case and Ivy's got to show a little urgency here. It's passed to Archibald through his hands. He lost it. Hannah with a loose change gets it to Keelan. Gavin Keelan working on Archibald through the leg dribble. Another behind the back dribble. Look out. Now Isaac Larson, wide open three. The lefty drains it. Isaac Larson. You can't leave him that wide open. Hits a big three, and Jackson might have put an exclamation point in it there. There in Archibald goes over the top of Hannah, and he answers with his own three. And that shot was contested. Andrew Hannah was right in his face, and Archibald made it anyway. Boy, I would pay big money just to watch Hannah and Archibald go at it all afternoon. That was a heck of a shot by the junior Archibald over the top. Hannah's 6'7", and when he puts his arm up, how tall you think that is? That's got to be 7'5". I mean,
no, you think that? No.
I think it's, I don't know, but
close to 7. At least 7 foot when you
I
put your
remember
hand
in
up.
football, they had Andrew Hanna as an edge rusher, and when he put his arm up, the quarterback just wouldn't even throw that way. He's like, no way, I can't get a pass over. And somehow Archibald got a shot up and over Hanna, and he hit that 3 like it was nothing. Oh, it's just fun to watch. Fun basketball. 3:17 to go in regulation here in Green River. Jackson just close to trying to finish out their second conference win in as many games. Green River in danger of losing their second conference win after dropping one to Evanston last night. Brunner with the ball across the line. Set being watched by Caleb Lake. Those two have gotten to know each other this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, they had a little conversation out here.
Now collides with Lake. Ball out of bounds. Green River.
What?
Oh, boy. Jackson was looking for a different kind of outcome there. And Hatfield can't believe it. Neither can Seb. Seb took a shot in the jaw from Lake's shoulder.
Well,
he looks all right.
Lake was almost on the ball outside the thing. How is that?
I don't know. That pass intended for Lake, and that gets by everybody. And they're going to say it went off Seb Brunner, and it might have. Seb did not contest it. Yeah, he would have argued if that wasn't the case. Green River the ball. Caleb Lake works at Archibald. Here's another long-range shot. This one no good. Sky high. Keelan with a rebound. Hannah got out there in a hurry on Archibald. That would have been a heck of a 3 if he hit that.
Yeah.
Gavin Keelan, Archibald on him. Gets a pick from Hannah. Bounce pass intended for Hannah. That's stolen away by Archibald. Up ahead to a running Chris Wilson, who lays it up and in, and it's 71-59 with 2:25 to go in the fourth. Gavin Keelan back to Isaac Larson. Jackson looking for a hero here, but mostly they want to burn clock. Larson with it. Archibald on him. Larson drives the lane. Kick out to Keelan. Fumbled it for a moment. Now gets it. Gavin Keelan has it. Inside pass to Hannah. Wide open. Can't get the shot to go. He missed it. And the rebound, Chris Wilson. Hannah was wide open. Here's Archibald. His shot no good. Keelan bounces for the rebound. It comes to Andrew Hannah to Seth Brunner. He's got numbers 2-on-1. Goes to Fowler. He'd rather shoot the 3, and it's no good. Caleb Lake. AJ should have just gone to the rack there. They don't need the 3. Caleb Lake to Lindsay. His shot no good. Blocked by Keelan, but they're going to ring him up. And Gavin said, my hands were straight up and down.
Yeah, they were. Ooh.
Xander Lindsay will go to the line. Jackson not getting the last couple of calls here. Lindsay, a 47% free throw shooter. It seems like everybody has hit tonight for the Wolves, though, and that one is good. Boy, they've been lights out from the charity stripe. Lead cut now to 11. That's as close as Green River has gotten in this second half. 10 now the lead. 71-61.
Impressive.
Keelan inbounds to Seth Brunner. Seth Brunner, look out. Got somebody behind you.
Slow down. Yep.
He's got to get it over the timeline. He does. Caleb Blake guarding him. Keelan, nice pick set for Brunner. He drives the lane. His shot no good. Up with the rebound is Lindsay. Brunner is out of the play. He's finally getting back into it. Here's Caleb Blake, baseline 3. That's good. And Hatfield's got to call a timeout here. As things have gotten out of hand, it looks like Ivy is going to do him the... No, that is the timeout, as Hatfield says we got a slow Green River roll. This one, again, getting close. It just reminds me so much of last night.
I know. I think there's a minute, almost a minute and a half left in the game.
Jackson led by as much as what? 30. We didn't lead by 30, but easily 20-something. And that lead now cut to 7. 71-64. Jackson trying to hang on here in hostile territory as the Green River Wolves pushing back and pushing back hard. Both teams back out on the floor. There's a minute 20 to go in regulation. Gavin Keelan will inbounds and full court pressure by the Wolves. They have been in full court press the entire second half. They got to be exhausted. This is a team that isn't very good on defense, but they've been pretty good today. And there's a foul to reach in. It'll be Case at Ivy, I think.
Oh, sorry.
And Brunner to the line, who's a good free throw shooter.
Yep.
It is Ivy. his second foul, and Seb is usually good in these situations. He is a 69% free throw shooter on the season, but usually when it counts, he's money. This one is too short, though, but he gets his own rebound.
Tonight.
Seb did manage to get his own rebound, gets it to Keelan. He's bumped and fouled by Caleb Lake. And right now, that's all Green River can do is send Jackson to the line, and Gavin Keelan with a chance to be a bit of a hero. He's been good from the stripe today. Keelan on the year, 63% free throw shooter, but I think he's 2 for 2 today at least. I remember him making 2. These are big ones. Nobody up on the blocks for Jackson, just 3 Green River players to keep Keelan company, and he misses. And the rebound, Chris Wilson. Here comes Green River down 7 with 1:05 to go. Caleb Lake finds top of the key. Kason Ivey hands it off to Lake. Lake watched by Brunner. Good Jackson defense here. Drive of the lane, up and in is Chris Wilson. And the lead now down to 5. Jackson with the ball. Isaac Larson. He's fouled immediately by Kason Ivey, who picks up yet another one. That's his 4th. No, his 3rd. It'll send Larson to the line. That's the guy you want at the free throw line if you're Jackson. Isaac Larson is perfect from the stripe this season, I believe. I don't think he missed any last night. The lefty puts it up and in, and that was a big free throw. 72-66.
They can't miss the free throws at this end of the game right now.
A 2-possession game, a 6-point lead for the Bronx. This one's important, and he gets
nice,
it.
Isaac.
Larson, ice in his veins, makes both, and a timeout here. And we'll keep it right here as this one's starting to get exciting. Right down to the end, a 1-minute timeout, so that means
longer, but I think that's probably all he has left. I think we're like 54 seconds left, 53 seconds left in the game.
Oh, yeah. We're just
we're under a minute. Yeah.
Just barely under a minute. Now you get down to coaching masterminds. You've got Coach Hatfield for the Bronx. Coach Lori Ivey, well regarded around the state in her 7th year ahead of this program. She's a tactician. She'll be trying to draw up the best she can do, and I would imagine that's just foul people. But if you can, you got to send the right people to the line. Coach Hatfield puts out Hannah Keelan, A.J. Fowler, Seb Brunner, and Isaac Larson. It's Green River basketball. Inbounds to Caleb Lake. And there is 45 seconds in regulation. Caleb Lake, Seb Brunner close on him. Over to Archibald. He's their threat.
No fouls.
Theron Archibald drives the lane. Up, no good. And it's Andrew Hanna who gets a piece of him. I don't mind that. Archibald is automatic. If you don't play hard on him, he's just going to get the bucket. Hannah's got fouls to give. That's just his 2nd.
Yeah, but his hand was up straight.
I would make Archibald beat you from the line, and he missed.
Yes.
His first one, no good. Yeah, you just can't give him a layup. If you're Hannah and you only got 1 foul, you've got to make contact with Archibald. He misses the first, so it worked out so far. The second one, he missed that as well. And Jackson got lucky there. Here's Keel with the ball. We'll see if they're eager to foul. They are.
Yeah, they are.
It's Caleb Lake who bear hugs Keelan, and he's not one of those guys you want to the line if you're Green River. As Gavin Keelan, a 63% free throw shooter on the season. And then 2 big ones coming up here as this game coming down to the free throw shooting. 33 seconds to go in regulation. Keelan can add to what is a 7-point lead. Keelan's shot is good. He got a shooter's roll there. Both teams with 10 team fouls and the double bonus here in the second half. And the way this game looking very much like last night's. Keelan, a chance to make it 75-66. He cannot do it, though. It rolls in and out. Rebound, Green River. Caleb Lake with a basketball. Lake works it down. Isaac Larson steals it away, and Larson gets fouled. And Larson will go to the line. That's Caleb Blake again, and he might have fouled out. He's got to be getting there. They say it's his first. I can't believe that.
I thought he had a couple.
I thought he did too. It'll send Isaac Larson to the line, and again, we think he has not missed a free throw this season. And Larson with a big one here. Jackson up by 8, make it 9 as Larson nails that one. Isaac is trying to ice it for the Bronx. We get our first look at Drew Griebel, who will check in for A.J. Fowler to play some defense here. As Larson eyes the second, he's got that as well. And Jackson is all but put a nail in the coffin here for Green River. We'll see. As Caleb Blake brings it up, he'll try a three. Brunner got a piece of that out of bounds. Green River will retain possession as Seb got a hand on that three ball.
15.5 seconds.
15 and a half seconds. Wolves ball, and Jackson trying to close this out. Pass to Archibald. Hannah comes out to greet him. He'll try a long three. No good. Fails to draw iron. Ivy with the rebound. Back to Archibald. Another three, and that one's short as well, and that'll do it. Seb Brunner up ahead to Andrew Hannah. Andrew doesn't want to take the shot. Neither does Drew Griebel. He'll put the ball in his pocket, and that's how we'll end it. Jackson with a 10-point win here. They made it interesting, and so did Green River as Seb Brunner and Caleb Blake enjoy a big hug at center court. This one a final. We'll come back to wrap things up with stats in the Bronx post-game show. You have enjoyed Bronx basketball on the home of the Bronx, Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Allie Lane from Jackson Hole Young Life. Do you remember what it's like to be a teenager? It can be really tough trying to navigate sports, academics, relationships with family and friends, not to mention the added stress of social media, phones, and screen time. Young Life believes that every teen deserves to know that they are loved and their story matters. Young Life leaders enter the world of teens, focusing on what matters to them: fun, adventure, friendship, and a sense of significance. If you love teenagers as much as we do, there's more info at our website, jacksonhole.younglife.org, to learn more.
KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Yeah, it's been really great to have you along with us this afternoon, whether you're doing it on terrestrial radio at 95.3 FM, KZ95, back at home in the Jackson area, or whether you're out and about and you're doing the smart device thing on KZ95.live. Where audio is live streaming to the world. And, of course, don't forget our own dedicated YouTube channel, Jackson Hole Radio. Just go to YouTube, type in Jackson Hole Radio. You'll automatically go to any game that's live in progress, or make sure to subscribe, and you'll know every upcoming game as we live stream these games for you in high-definition video. This one, a final from Green River once again. It's Jackson 76, Green River 66. Kimmy K's got the stats for you. What's it look like on the Wolves side of things?
Sorry, I took a blurry picture here.
Uh-oh.
Archibald ended up with 20.
Yeah, he's something. He's averaging 15 points a game, so 20 is better than that, even though Hannah was just stuck on him all game.
Yeah.
Archibald's that good.
Caleb Blake had 19.
Okay.
Wilson, 14. Looks like we have Ivy, 6.
Take care. Yeah, Caleb Lake was real good.
Oh, Lindsay with 5.
Xander Lindsay, yeah.
And then I don't know whoever this top. Hunter Lake had 2.
Okay. It's pretty good game from Coach Ivy's kids. You know, this is what we said going in. This is not your Green River team you've been used to for your Wolves fans who just bleed green down here. It's been a really good basketball for many years. This is not one of those years, a little bit of a down year, but I got to give the Green River team credit. Boy, did they come roaring back in the fourth quarter. With the loss, though, Green River now falls to 2-9, 0-2 in conference, and it wasn't for the lack of effort this afternoon because they really never gave up against these Jackson Broncs, who just ran away with things in the first half, thanks to just about everybody. What's the scoring look like on the Bronx side?
Keelan with 19, Hannah with 18, both Fowler and Fairburn with 15 apiece. Larson had 6, and Seb had 3.
Okay, let's pick an MVP from the visiting or for the home Green River crew.
Archibald.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to go with Caleb Lake only because of you add his defense.
You know what?
Oh, my goodness.
I do have to say that, yeah.
Caleb Lake nearly erased Seb Brunner. What did Brunner finish with for points? 3 points, and Seb averages more than that. Seb averages 13.5 points a game, and I think Caleb Lake, there's Coach Ivy. Great game. I think Caleb Lake was a big reason Brunner just didn't have much success scoring. Now, Seb dishes, he does other things, but Caleb Lake was on that guy. I mean, the two, I don't know if you saw at the end of the game, Caleb Lake and Seb Brunner hugged at center court, and even hugging, that wasn't as close as they got all game. They were closer than that during the game.
Well, I said there's one free shot thing there, and I was watching the two of them. Like Caleb walked over to Seb, and they were just
they must know each other.
It was really cool to see.
They got real familiar with each other all afternoon as one was pasted to the other all game. So I'll give it to Lake because he's second in scoring, and what a defensive game he played. But, Archibald's the real deal, and you got another year of him next year. He's only a junior. Okay, MVP, your favorite player from the Jackson Bronx on the count of 3. I think we might be on the same page here. 1, 2, 3.
Keelan.
Mac Fairbairn. Oh, you're going to go Keelan again?
I went back to Keelan. I was on Keelan, and then I went to Mac, and then right there at the end, I felt Keelan again.
Keelan made some big blocks.
I know.
We should both probably go to Andrew Hanna, but we're so used to Andrew doing Andrew kind of things that even when he's great, we almost overlook him. But Hanna was fantastic, and it was his job to keep Archibald in check.
That's what I was just thinking there. Remember, I came home one day from work and told you as a teacher, I got thanked for doing something. I'm like, I just was doing my job.
Yeah.
Hannah was doing his job. I went back and forth between Mac and Gavin.
Andrew, you're not an MVP today because we expect you to do these things every game. So sorry. I just think Mac Fairbairn, because he's not a guy you expect. He was the next man up off the bench.
5 threes.
Coach said the 3-ball solution may lie in a guy named numbered 3. Mac Fairbairn, the senior, was red hot.
Wait.
And where would we be without his 3 shooting today? We wouldn't win.
But you know what? But if we're going to give to him, remember I just said we had 15 threes. Fairburn did 5.
Yeah.
Fowler did 5.
They
both had 5 apiece.
The resurrection of AJ Fowler, also very good. A lot of
Keelan 3.
Keelan, a back-to-back really good games. Keelan had 19 last night. Really led the way. In fact, Duke Dance of SVI said, every time we come here, it seems like you've got some guy we don't expect and goes off and beats us. And I said, whoa, Gavin, you might be a guy you can expect. But Gavin had another good game, back-to-back games. Huge win for the Jackson Bronx because obviously it's a conference win. With the win, Jackson improves now to 8-2 on the season, They're 2-0 in conference, more importantly. That's huge. And they're on a little bit of a run here. That's their third win in a row. Tara, Archibald, can we want to make a trade for Archibald. Taryn he's something, man. He's a baller. Yeah. Coach Ivy is not ready to make the trade with us, Archibald. I don't know who we would give up to get him because we love all our guys too. All right, fun game. We got to wrap things up from Green River. Once again, it's a 10-point win for the Jackson Bronx, 76-66 in Green River. And congrats to the boys for another big game.
Big game.
Yeah, that'll do it for us this afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. Tonight's action brought to you by our friends at Young Life. Young Life, all about teenagers. Jackson Lumber, Jackson's original board store. The McPeak Group, Jackson Hole's premier real estate team at Sotheby's International Realty. The Town Square Inns of Jackson Hole, including the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy
Village
Resort and 49er
Inn and Suite. Thought you were missing it there.
Yeah, I'm messing up a little. That's back-to-back games for the announcer, too.
Hey, I could help you on some of this, you know. I'm right here.
We'll see you down the road with the next game, which is Driggs. Yeah, we're over in T-Town. We'll be on the air. We'll be on the air for that one.
No, Wednesday.
Thanks so much for joining us. That'll do it. Good afternoon from Green River, Wyoming.